begins. And we are live.
Okay. There we go. All right. I see us. Alrighty, guys. That's YouTube good. Somebody check Twitch.
And we are live. Oh, I'm only streaming to YouTube, sorry.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not
We do
cool
not
enough
do
to
that
stream
here.
to Twitch yet.
There we go. Got you. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming to the table. My name's Miller, and tonight I will be your DM. Tonight we have the usual gang hanging with us, and we will start with you, Two Hands.
Hey, folks. It's me, Two Hands, playing High Elf, Blade Singer, Bard, Triniac, Ballister, who's ready to mess some stuff up and maybe tell some more riddles to torment the GM.
Well, hey guys, it's me, J Crew. I'm gonna be playing Obby, the Earth Ganassi Forge cleric, and I am ready to just be a little guy, just trying to have some fun
little
on
guy.
the adventure.
Incredible. Hello, everyone. I go by Eludria, and I will be playing Pine, the local druid-adjacent creature.
Druid adjacent.
Love them.
I see a theme here.
Dude, we're just...
Thank you guys for tuning in to our session 1 of Ashes of Xeralia. Previously in our session 0, the party has crossed the border into Xeralia with the convoy, and they've kind of gotten to know Alaric, the professor from Oxmera, as well as his colleague Aliana, which seems to have a little disdain, but after some back and forth between our wizard and Alaric, I think they're on the up and up with the people that they are in charge of escorting through the convoy. Fog began rolling in once they crossed the border, giving dreary visions in their sleep. But thus far, no conflict. We're going to kick off from where we were the previous night. Let's find our Forest Road map. Everybody has that back up. Whoa, they got stuff on here. All right. All right. So, J. Crew, I had you roll your crafting check, and you rolled extremely high for your knowledge of Alarc's staff that you are currently in possession of.
Yes.
I have a note here that you rolled a 28. So you've begun to learn, or at least theory craft techniques to kind of get in some of the intricate design that you see here in the wood, and have an idea of how you can kind of transpose that into metal. But furthermore, the decorative flourishes and whatnot definitely need to be seen. And I'm trying to remember, did we sleep yet or not? I see wisdom save, so I do believe we did.
We did.
Okay.
Pine slept great. I don't know what all of your issues are. It's a one and done thing for Pine.
So here we are the next morning. The demeanor of the camp, besides those who are scared of the nightmares, but it's been a few nights now, so people are kind of expecting it. But the general demeanor of the camp is somewhat happy, as you should soon be coming up on Saval, hopefully by nightfall, which is the first major town you guys are going to pass through. And people expect to finally see some street vendors, maybe restock on something other than the bread and jerky meats you guys have been given as rations upon this journey thus far. So things are looking good. Shortly after you guys wake, you do see Aliana march elegantly out of the tent, heading for the cart as you guys are packing up your tents, followed shortly after by Alaric, who looks extremely disheveled this morning. As he walks by, he looks at Triniac. And you can see that a light bulb has kind of gone off. He's finally figured your riddle out, right?
I'm just gonna say, in response to that look, just in time for the next one. I see.
You were right this time. I don't expect it happens very often, but you were right this time. I don't like losing sleep over things such futile.
Yeah, it was like the pettiest thing too, like waving your left hand when you cast an extended fireball or something.
To be fair, that was the least expected thing is a nat 20 arcana check for a riddle of a spell you should know nothing about.
Right?
But yeah, I mean that's great.
Beginner's luck.
Alaric definitely stayed up all night thinking about that one, trying to figure out if you actually had it or not. Answering with a riddle definitely won him over there in the worst way possible. But he begins loading up on his cart. He does look towards Abi and asks, "How are things going with the staff?"
Oh, it's not the right voice.
Made it, coach.
That's Miki. Oh, it's going pretty. No.
How's it?
Oh, hey guys, my name is Cork. Nice to meet you. All right. It's going pretty good. I'm learning a lot from it, and there's just lots of intricate designs and all that I'm just kind of learning about. And well, let me just tell you, I'm very excited to learn more about it. Yeah, thank you for letting me look at it so far.
My friend that created that was a master craftsman.
Oh,
I would be very impressed if you could get anywhere near those intricate designs.
the designs are still something I need to look at a bit more, but everything else is doing pretty good so far, I like to think.
It's really good. It's a stick. Some things in a stick.
Yeah, it's a stick.
Should-
It's really cool looking. I want one.
So, is there anything you guys need to do while packing up before you get your day's start?
Not in the least.
Alrighty.
Just torment my favorite Alaric and Eliana with more riddles. That's it. But that can wait till we're on the road when they can't escape.
So you guys do hear the war horns begin the relay with one blow of the horn signifying to go. It does take a while before you start to moving. The fog is still lingering this morning. Its haziness is getting tinted a bit. Can see it's almost a greenish hue in the air at this point.
Maybe is it like from the sunrise or is it like from something else?
Roll me perception.
Such mystery.
That I will. Once I find my character. That would be an astounding 21.
Dang.
So you begin looking at the fog and you try to catch from different angles. But even in the shadows of trees where the sunlight does not fall, it still seems to be a greenish hue to this fog. As if it's morphing a bit. After some time, you guys do see that the convoy begins to move forward. Very slowly, walking pace. It does seem to be just a hint faster this morning, as everyone seems to have a little more pep in their step, excited to finally see civilization for the first time in quite a few days now. As we travel, things throughout the day go pretty great. Is anyone doing anything in particular as you travel?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a little knocky knock to the side of the carriage and just see if anyone pops up.
Alaric will kind of pull the canvas flat back. Here with another riddle.
Not first in might, nor first in flight, yet in every endeavor it flaunts its flight. Its light, sorry. What country is this? So grand, so true. In the little good it does, it's second to few.
Hmm. I never said I was a geology major. I will think on it. I will figure this out.
I thought more. I spent most of last night thinking ways to entertain ourselves today.
I spent last night thinking of your buffoonery of a riddle that didn't make sense until the waking hours of the morning.
But she
The
did
best
know.
things take time.
You were saying something, Alu?
Oh, it's just like, but she did have the answer, so.
Eventually. I
You know
I
what they
wasn't
say,
sure.
Abby. Better late than never.
Well, that's a good point. Always late is what they called me in church school.
I guess that's... Oh, is that good?
Maybe. Who knows?
What do you guys think of
S-
this green fog? Looks a little unnatural. Not that it was very natural in the first place, but maybe extra eerie.
I don't like it. And it smells weird.
It was very green.
Almost like the aurora borealis.
with the midday sun as it rises, the ration cart begins its journey throughout the convoy, handing out small leaflets with bread and dried meats and fruits inside. It's never a whole lot, and you guys still do have the bag of jerky that Alark had gave you.
Love that jerky.
And your trip continues on. We begin to reach, I'd say, around 5 p.m. or so. It'll be dark soon. The the excitement is building a bit as you should be reaching Saval pretty soon. But the excitement is very quickly interrupted as you hear the blow of the war horn. Typically, in the evenings, it would blow twice to signify a night's rest, but here you hear only one, which signifies to stop. As it's relayed throughout the convoy, it does take a while for the orders to actually be followed out. So you probably travel another 3 minutes or so before the cart in front of you is at a full stop and you guys stop yours.
Okay.
To whoever is interested, I want a perception check from the party, but this is based on smell.
Oh, well, absolutely then. God dang fog smells funny.
I like to smell things. I'm pretty perceptive.
Perception. Here we go.
You even have a nose, Abby?
21. Yep. It
What
is
the
kind of
heck?
there in the rocks.
He smells like me, but more powerful. What is this?
So you guys have taken a few jobs, and some of you have very rough pasts. You come upon a very familiar smell, and it's not one that gives you much ease, but the smell of death.
Mm.
It's very strong for where you imagine the convoy begins, where the trouble would maybe be. Though you haven't heard 3 blows of the horn to signify any danger, but it definitely
The feeling
uneasiness
of
of
danger.
stopping here. Yeah. They're probably checking things out, and this smell is really coming through to you guys.
Still midday?
No, we're currently getting towards the evening.
Nice. Okay, so that's why we thought it might have been camp at first, but not quite. I don't like it. It smells like carrion and crows. There might be trouble. Up ahead.
Smells like we might have to earn our gold on this trip.
Good. I was growing bored.
A wise
You
king
then-
doubles his watch at dusk and dawn. Our number stays the same.
You then all begin to hear a very disgruntling sound.
Is it Alaric snoring?
Shut up, old man.
Don't tease him. He's hard at work, wrestling with the next riddle.
Alaric pulls back the canvas that closes the cart. And why are we stopped? It's not dark yet.
You're
You can
very
see
right.
he's got crust in the eyes. You began hearing him snore just as things got quiet when you stopped, but he's been sleeping a while, trying to catch up on his rest that he lost the night before.
Incredible.
Pine and Abby here, a bit more one with the elements than me, perhaps, feels that there could be trouble up ahead, that there is a disturbance.
Mm.
Only one horn has been blown.
And you definitely see the red roosters on the right side of the cart. Like nobody's really at attention. Currently, the red roosters are all just kind of sitting down in a soft patch of leaves and shooting the shit. Nobody's paying a whole lot of attention to the current situation or thinking too much of it, though it is fairly strange.
Yeah, it happens. I feel like this happened last time, and we are just like, all right, we made a big deal about it. All right, who's up for another one?
Another what?
Another riddle. I'm irrevocably hooked. In the realm of quests where heroes rise, a guild was born beneath azure skies. With 4 tarps of leather, a humble start. On a simple board, bounties chart. From ranks to fame it swiftly grew, with deeds renowned and tales anew. Now sought by many, its fame does spread, but to join its fold, a fee is pled. What guild is this, with its fees to pay, where adventurers flock to seize the day?
Is it the Wacky Wyvern?
Oh, it's the Wacky Wyvern!
So good at riddles.
Very good, Pine.
Yeah. Pine had a tail right now, which you've seen Pine with a tail, it would be wagging. I imagine you've got like a book of children's riddles for Pine.
I feel like this is what Two Hands spent the week doing. It's like-
Yes.
I will not answer that question. Or that statement.
So there is about an hour that passes between the convoy being stopped and you begin to hear hoof prints slowly coming from in front of you. But it's stopping by every cart kind of between two and talking. You do see that it is your commander. Pop this up. Kangor. There we go. I couldn't read it. It was too small.
Such a powerful name.
You do see that it is Kangor coming back, talking to different guilds and whatnot. Just kind of keeping them updated. And he finally gets to you. Excuse me. Finally gets towards your cart, and he points towards the red roosters and waves them in, points towards you guys, waves you into his horse. I don't want to alarm anyone quite yet, but the city's been burned. There's noises up ahead. We have troops checking it out. For now, just be a little vigilant. We're not sure what's going to come of this. No, Suval,
Zaval.
the town you were supposed to be going into tonight.
Zaval was not a small settlement. Were there any
It's-
clues?
It's sizable. We're still sorting things.
I imagine
I,
we won't stick around a burning city for long. Sounds like it might be a nighttime march for us.
We don't want to walk the convoy through where there still could be enemies there. Just hang tight. And he passes you guys up. Are you guys doing anything with that information?
With that information, I mean, I imagine our our wards also heard it as well, right?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean Alaric and Aliana? No,
Yeah.
no. They are
No?
in. They're in the cart.
Okay. Well, we could absolutely communicate that to them.
How big? How many? Like, if you had to like round to the nearest 50 or 100,000, how many people do you think were in that city? Like, common knowledge.
Duval? Oh,
Yeah.
20K or so.
Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, not a huge city by means. So
I'll say out
Still
loud.
Reach. Still
You
Reach
guys-
is about 250,000 people.
Mhm.
So I mean, this in terms of like Still Reach, not that big of a town. Belmare is about 100,000. Radcliffe is about 500,000, which is not the capital, but is the most populated city in Xeralia. So
I'll say out loud, very loudly to Avi, you, and Pine. Takes a lot of work to raise a city to the ground of 20K strong. Know of any forces that might have the power and the agenda to do so? Should I roll performance to see if that catches anyone's attention?
I don't know how.
I'm gonna,
bet it
yeah,
was
I'm gonna,
damn
I'm gonna
Lord.
say it's kind of an unnecessary role. You have people's attention, and people are pondering on it, but you don't really get an answer to it.
What were you saying?
Everyone seems a bit confused.
I bet it was those damn Laura mages.
You would have liked my first riddle.
So by this time, you guys hear what everyone dreaded to hear. Three
three
blows of a
horns?
war horn being relayed back through the convoy. So you see all the guilds at this point begin to, stand very stand at attention, very weary of anything. But the night is quiet. Are you guys doing anything strategic at this point?
So guards are on alert. The night is quiet. Is the fog still around, or did it dissipate?
It most definitely is.
I'm
this-
going to be. Where is it? For everyone, safety. Is it in here? Hold on, it might not actually be in my. I will be casting this.
Ooh. Alrighty then.
How many other people? I can't read. Just you?
Each creature within 30 feet. So myself, our contacts, and even the red roosters.
Nice.
Okay.
I love it. So, if danger befalls 20,000 unarmed, what are the chances that it will equally fall 5,000 armed? I think the chances are high. We should consider the worst case scenario. If things go south, we should too go a direction. But which? If worst comes to worst. Any of you have any folk you know in this area?
Do I have any folks I know in this area?
haven't gotten your backstory yet, so I
That's
don't
fair.
know.
Jeez. Yikes.
Alaric, Oleana, I'm just gonna not. Do you have any acquaintances in the area?
So Alart pulls the fold back. Aliana's not in the cart.
That bad, huh? That's just gonna say.
She left about 30 minutes ago. I know quite a few people around here, but we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I have a few contacts in Belmare, or if we would just go to Stillreach. Um,
Anyone that owes you favors?
well, I am an esteemed researcher of a very prestigious university. I think most people would feel a duty towards my favors.
It must be nice. If we ever meet anyone in Belmere Stillreach and have the privilege of meeting someone that has a connection with you, do you have any recommendations if we have time off? Anyone who's most interesting to you, or perhaps someone that maybe you don't have time to deal with that perhaps owes you something? Just looking for some extra work or some opportunities for sightseeing along the way.
Well, if it comes to work, I have a friend here. His name is Varen Monalai. I'm not sure where he is, but he's definitely in Xeralia somewhere. He moves around a lot,
Hmm.
but there's never a shortage of work with him.
Looking for more of the stationary type of folk.
Mm. Unfortunately, all of the people I know that are stationary are rather intelligent to be hiring. You know, how do I say this? Riffraff.
Noted.
But don't worry, you're getting there. As he puts his
Let me
hand on
be
your
blunt.
shoulder.
I have been unsuccessful without it. If this caravan is destroyed, and I have to pick a direction to run, do you have any folk that might be worth running towards?
Well, I'm not sure where Steelreach is from here, but yeah, I would say there. There are Radcliffe, the most protected cities here for sure.
Hmm.
Oxmara raises some of the greatest magi in all the land. I mean, I have allies everywhere. Don't necessarily have their home addresses, but I'm sure they reside within those two places.
Hmm. I see. Well, this hasn't been very helpful, but I appreciate the information.
At this point, you begin hearing hoofs of a horse running through.
Oh,
It is
Okay.
Kangor coming back from the rear of the caravan towards the front as the three horns relayed back. Um, and he just kind of looks over and he's making sure everyone, at the ready,
What's the
keeping
call,
pace with
Kangor?
everyone.
Are we
I'm not
staying or are we
sure.
going?
For now, we're staying, but I need to get to the front and figure out what's going on.
You should get to the front and figure out why we're staying. We're
Well,
sitting ducks out here.
why didn't I think of that? And he continues back to the front.
incredible.
Just be a man of action, Kangor. I know you can do it. And just
Get to the
because I'm
front.
long-lived doesn't mean I'm patient.
Pretty good. I had to get to the front. What are you doing? You should be in the front. He's like, you don't say.
What do you guys think about flagging down some of our brothers from the Red Rooster and just making sure that they understand that we have a very powerful wizard that is quite worth protecting, that can look out for us if we can keep him safe.
So you see the four members of the Red Roosters are currently standing back to back in like a little square, weapons drawn, and they look terrified.
I'm gonna wave them over, like,
They're cowards.
come here.
Um So Saul looks at you and he's like,
I'm just gonna pick
he's
up
in
a piece of jerky
he's in
and
a
wave it.
formation. He's in a formation currently, and he feels safe. And he's like,
Then move in formation. Pine, my patience is wearing very thin.
Do you want me to nip at their heels?
Maybe. Can you pretend to be a big spooky and scare them over here? Maybe that'll get them to come over quicker.
I don't need to pretend.
Pine, what's your passive perception?
You move
Not as
slower
high
than
as you
Abby
would think.
looks.
Let me check. I'm looking. Oh, actually, it's 18. I lied.
Okay.
It's higher than I was anticipating. I'm used to playing characters that can't see the broadside of a barn. I mean that in the most loving way possible.
All right. You hear footsteps coming from behind you in the forest off to the side.
Footsteps through the forest.
They're getting louder.
Coming
It doesn't
quick.
sound like anyone's trying to be quiet, really.
Yeah.
Just sounds like somebody trudging through the forest.
Ready yourself. I'll point in that direction. And I'll say to the party, wolf or lizard?
Do you want to eat a wolf or a lizard? Just no context. Wolf or lizard.
No context. Wolf or lizard?
I'm gonna pick wolf.
You've seen Pine turn into a crazy rage wolf and also a murder chameleon. Like a poisonous murder chameleon. It's the best description I can give of these.
Murder chameleon's nice.
Can't confirm. I don't know if I'd have to worry about blending in though with the Pass Without a Trace. That's super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have like a what, plus 17 to stealth?
I'm gonna see
It would
like
be-
the wolf do like the 007
be dumb.
sneak on his hind legs.
Yeah! That's what I
And-
was hoping. Incredible.
So
All right.
enough time has passed. I'm assuming you go ahead and turn into a wolf.
I'll wait.
Okay.
It's an hour. Somebody might come out that I need to talk to, and
Aliana walks out of the forest from that side,
I'm glad I didn't become a wolf.
which is odd because you never seen her go in that side.
Something we
You
need
never
to know?
seen her exit. You never seen her exit the cart at all.
I'm not surprised at this point. I'd say it's probably not safe to be wandering around these parts given the current circumstances, but I don't even have to bet to know that you probably know what's going on and perhaps could teach me something or two about the current situation. I'm just like,
Not exactly sure what's going on. Just trying to get a plan together if things go south.
So are we.
Hmm.
I'm asking
Good.
the senior mage about any contacts he knows in the area. However, it
Yes.
seems that his network is transient at best.
The senior mage. Bit of a dual meaning there.
Anything to add on that front by chance?
I'm not really from here. I don't know what I could really help you with there. But she doesn't go back in the cart. She just kind of stands around with you guys.
So should we be getting out of here, or are we just gonna kind of keep walking, waiting for this danger? Because clearly someone saw danger and they blew the horns, and
was
I'd rather
yours?
not be sitting up.
Well, so you do know, as stated before, this caravan is very long. So if the danger was up there, you're about a mile back from it right now.
We got a
Like,
few
it's,
minutes. We'll
you
know.
know, yeah, you got a lot of space between you.
Okay.
What's
Well, I'm gonna be walking very quietly.
what is the current position of our I don't know what to say, us in the actual convoy? Are we like in the middle of it? Like how long would it take for us to walk to the edge
Okay.
of the group? The closest
The-
edge.
Quietly.
Meaning front or rear? Of
Yeah,
it?
I guess how long it would be take
Okay,
to get
so
to
you-
the closest edge, and which edge is that?
You
I don't know what to say.
you are
Us
closer to
in
the
the-
rear than you are the front.
Okay.
but you would have to go through about another 100 carts and then about 2,000 troops.
Okay.
So whatever reasonable distance that would cover.
And
You figure
our only obligation is to protect our cart,
the
basically.
people
right?
in that cart, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
And is it even feasible to get this cart out of this traffic jam, or is it like New York City at rush hour in here?
No, no. You are kind of how the picture looks minus the tents right now. It's just kind of bumper to bumper, single file line as far as the carts go.
Mhm.
People like I mean, you would see the the troops that center the two separate cart convoys, and they're standing about 6 wide down this trail currently. So that it gives you kind of about how wide the trail actually is.
Okay.
So no, there's no going anywhere with this right now.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems that we're at the center of a rather large group. I have a feeling if something happens and the first half of the convoy can't handle it, we should maneuver out, perhaps to the side. I have a feeling that if we go reverse, we will meet with everyone else doing the same.
By this time, you guys begin. It's starting to get dark, but you also begin smelling the smoke coming off from the front of the caravan. Burnt, like just smells like burnt wood and whatnot. Which is probably welcome at this point with that stench of
Yeah.
death that's just kind of been lingering in the air.
What's the smoke
Um,
looking like?
it's very light. You smell it, but it's not with the fog already there. It's not like it's looking smoky.
Mm.
If we
It
got into like a higher vantage point, could we possibly see what's going on up ahead or no?
somewhat not in much detail, but you could kind of see what's happening. Yes.
What's going on?
Aliana, Alaric, do either of you know how to cast spells that make a person fly?
Hmm.
Or that turn them
Alaric,
into a bird?
a giant smirk goes across Alaric's face. Well, of course I do.
And are you willing to perhaps let us see what there is to be seen? The front half of the caravan smells like it's on fire.
Hmm.
What if
But
it's a dragon, though? Then if you're flying? I don't
we're in the
think
middle
no
of
one
a
would
group.
want that.
I feel pretty safe.
When you say that, Aliana just kind of looks towards you and says, "It's because the city is still burning."
How do you know that?
I seen it.
Oh,
What else did you see?
That's it. I could see the flames coming off of the rooftops. I didn't go very close.
And how long ago was this?
Half an hour or so ago.
Okay.
You begin to hear the hoof prints once more.
We'll just sit here and wait for old Clegor to come back and let us know how good of a job he's doing trying to do whatever it is he says he needs to do. And I just like sit down on a log and I'll get this like super pensive smile. I'm just waiting. Kengor, where are you?
You do hear the hoof prints. But it is slow coming towards you as he's stopping and speaking with the guilds that are guarding the carts in front of you guys as he works his way back. When he does, you do see the other guilds beginning to gather weapons and whatnot.
ooh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
When he does get to you guys, he doesn't look at the guild. He looks at Alaric and Aliana. He's like, shit. We need them secured. We need people on the front line. And he looks over to towards the roosters. You begin your march to the front. And you see they're all like, oh! And
That's
begin
right.
slowly walking forward. But very calmly, Aliana looks towards Kangorn. So if I could have a moment of your time, please continue spreading your orders. And she walks with him as he kind of begins walking to the cart behind you guys to speak with them.
Dude, I'm just gonna like Abby and Pine, I kinda wanna just grab you two and we just like walk behind them like we like belong with this little group. Like I wanna jut into this conversation uninvited, but I want buddies. I need buddies.
Yeah, no, I'll help you look like
I
you're
mean-
meant to be there.
You guys do have a +10 bonus to stealth currently.
Yeah, we could also just exist in the woodlands, like.
Yeah. And I mean I imagine that they're not far away from the cart in this moment, right?
No. They're just like walking alongside it. Why am I pointing at the screen like you can see where I'm pointing?
Right over there.
You know.
They're just kind of walking like past your cart to speak to the next group to get them, because the next cart behind you guys is a supply cart, not a passenger
Can we
cart.
eavesdrop?
You can certainly try.
All right.
Gonna need stealth rolls from everyone.
Sneaky.
Happily.
That is. Oh yeah, because heavy armor.
Sorry.
23 for me.
18 on my end.
Mhm.
I am not
Mhm.
stoked yet.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Mm-hmm. None of their passives are that high. So you do hear Aliana begin speaking to Kangor as they begin walking towards the next cart. And she says, there's a mountain pass to the north. I do believe if you have any other passenger carts, you should perhaps gather them and we can go with a small group through the mountain pass north and we will still reach there. And he kind of stops and thinks. And he's like, it could be too dangerous, my lady. I'm sorry. And she says, I'll make sure we make it there safely. Those people guarding my cart, they seem somewhat competent. Perhaps you should have them come with us, and whoever else, bring them here, and then we'll get moving. If that's what you think best, Princess Aliana. As he continues to walk.
This explains
just-
my 18.
I
I'm just
just
gonna
was-
lean over and be like, did anybody else know she was a princess?
I'm gonna like just mutter like that under my breath. Like I don't catch it, I can't stop it. It just comes out. Like I was gonna interject, but I'm like, damn it. So I don't know if she hears or not, but that.
No, but being this is the end of their conversation, she does turn around. So I'm gonna actually just have her kind of pass an active roll real quick.
Yeah, and
That's an 18 plus her perception.
I'm standing incredibly
Plus
still.
4, 22.
I'm practically
Um,
invisible.
So she doesn't
Boy.
see. She doesn't see. You had disadvantage. So what? You're 21.
23. Yeah,
Oh, plus-
21.
plus
21.
Oh, 21. She does see you. 23.
Okay.
She doesn't. So she does see y'all standing there, and she just says, "He's going to gather passengers. We're
couldn't
going
have
to
said it
head
better
north."
myself.
And she doesn't seem to really have much care that you were listening.
I figured
not.
it's more, didn't want old Cligor to get all bent out of shape. Which way is north, Pine? I'm a little turned around.
I have a crazy survival modifier. Can I just point to north?
North is this way.
Perfect.
Can you
North.
ping it again?
Can you? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm on GM layer.
I don't know.
Eh,
That
Hell.
explains much.
eh. That
Okay.
way.
Perfect.
It's that way.
So, do you think the Red Roosters have anything worth trading for this fine jerky?
They're already gone.
We're not trading the jerky.
During this conversation, their walk They're walking. They're about 6 carts
Oh, they got sent
ahead
to
of
the
you
front.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
what I
did.
say. Like Kangor like sent them.
I like how they didn't even like try to argue. They're just like,
All right. So I'm gonna start like looking for, I guess, a route through to the north, looking for like the best way to go through if we have to take a cart, and if so, maybe trying to clear that.
So in the actual trees and stuff, you're not going to be able to take a cart there. This is going to be an on foot venture.
We're about to build a bike. Let's go.
"Wah." Incredible.
Okay. Well, then I think we need to make sure that we're all ready to hit the road. That we're all buckled up and packed up, and that we have our stuff secured.
Seatbelts on. Yeah, I'm ready. Real heck
This
ready.
supply cart. Wonder if there's anything that could help us in our travels.
Which one? Most of these carts are supply carts.
I guess the one behind us, because that's probably the one that we're nearest to.
Okay. Are you going check?
I'm thinking about
Just
it.
just keep in mind, like I told you last session, that's a no-no.
Oh,
But you can
everything's
certainly
breaking
try.
down.
I'm gonna help you. Let's go. Like, fuck them.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like stand near this cart and say, "Who's responsible for this cart?"
Probably the roosters that got put to the front.
There's nobody at that cart currently.
Yeah, let's
As
go.
I said, as he's walking back, he's sending guilds to the front.
All
Like,
right.
there's nobody there.
Check it out. Make sure there's nothing we could use to help us survive, since we don't get to go shopping now.
Is that
I'd
I'm
like
just
to
gonna
run
say it
into
one more
cart.
time. Who is responsible for this cart?
No one on it.
Are these boxes?
No one around
loaded?
to hear you.
a shame? I guess we're responsible.
So
for this
there,
cart now.
you're talking about this one or this one?
This one that's open.
This one. No, the boxes are not labeled.
Okay.
Are you trying to open them? Da-dum. Da-dum. Da-dum.
Yeah. I'll try to open a cart.
Nice.
A crate. All right.
Yeah, I'll try to
Give
open a
me.
crate.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
All right. 14. With a
14 will
crowbar.
not.
Actually, I should have advantage on that.
So you have a crowbar?
Yeah, I do. I bought one.
All right. Go for it.
Nice.
19.
Nice.
19 will be able to pry it open.
Just gonna
So
see
what
what's
you see,
inside.
copper ingots in the first crate you would open.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna close it. Well,
Oh.
those aren't weapons.
So how are you closing it? Are you trying to make it look like it was never opened? Because there are nails that
Yeah,
like
so-
nail it in. You try to like line the holes back up, and
Did I just kick it shut? And if there's any nails sticking out, I'll try to hit them with a crowbar. Just bang them back in. That should suffice.
okay. Yeah, I mean
Like
it
what?
takes a couple minutes to just beat them all in with a crowbar, but you get there.
That's fine.
I have a hammer. You hit.
Oh,
Gonna
be
hand
my
him a
guest.
tool hammer.
Yeah. Just,
I was. That's. That is a
Oh,
very different
I
thing
was
than
waiting to
hammer.
say, yeah, I hit it with magma sore, and I was like, yeah, you burned down the crates. That's awesome.
What did you say was in that there that crate?
Bit of a flex that.
copper ingots. I don't think this is what we're looking for.
So you guys do have 2 people begin walking towards you. Are you guys the elementalists?
That's
We
what
are.
they call us.
That's me. I'm one of the element boys.
Kangor told us to come and meet you. He said we
And
were
you
to head
are?
north.
And I'll just hop off of the cart.
I am Erickson. This is Churik.
Keurig?
Churik.
Oh, Keurig. I was gonna ask
Sure.
him.
And the tabaxi looks at you. Turek.
Keurig, you got it.
Insensitive. Like,
Turek.
I'm aware of the sensitive and clandestine nature of this current assignment. Is there any extra supplies that we should requisition from the nearby convoy for such mission?
Are you asking them? They were just passengers.
I mean, they're the ones that came and told us that we're going north, right?
No. That they were told that y'all were traveling north.
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
These are
misunderstood.
just guys.
Yeah.
Do you have word for us? You came for us specifically? What?
And Kango told us to come and meet you.
Are you to be our wards? Will you be under our protection during this journey? Are you coming with us?
I know as much information as you do. I was just told by Kango to come and meet you.
Mm.
Well, it's
How well
good
do
to
you
meet
hold a
you.
sword or a wand?
I cannot ever.
Okay.
Never.
Is against my way of life.
That role is much more clear for me now. Thank you. And you? And I just look at the cat.
Tyrek's like, and opens his trench coat, and you just see daggers upon daggers upon daggers, like lining
we're
the inside of his
talking.
coat.
Thank you, Turek. I'm
So you
liking
guys,
already.
do. I'll just pop these guys up. A scholarly gentleman, and kind of a badass looking
Oh my goodness.
Baxi in a very nice. Hard to really tell what it is. It looks almost like a fitted plate armor.
Mhm.
But it seems to be made out of something different. It's not metal.
Cool. Nice armor. What's it made of? Looks special.
Don't know. Just bought it. Some kind of shell. I don't know. Big ass turtle. I don't know.
Well then, is it time to go? Just looking around.
Aliana speaks up. Whoa, why did I just put her on map layer? Hold on. Trying to move some tokens around here.
I have the map now, GM.
Yeah, what the hell just happened? Why can't I grab this token no more? You move her here, him there, and then map layer. Okay, there we go. Put her there, and then back to this layer. Okay, yeah. So by this time, like they're ready. Can you guys see Alark's token?
Yeah, I can see him.
You can.
Alaric.
Why can I not control him anymore?
He
The
might
hell
be on
happened?
map layer.
There we are. All right, cool.
Alaric, before we move, do you have tents in your special storage?
I could just stay in my special storage.
That's not what I asked, Alaric. You need to think about other people sometimes. I know you're a very important man.
Why would I do that?
It's going to help you survive. Maybe
He begins to chuckle like he's messing with you, and you're just kind of
I
falling
fell
down
for
his
it.
hole. Do not worry about such things. I can handle that. And Aliana just turns. We should move.
Yep.
They're getting closer.
Let's go.
Miller,
And
did you get my message?
north we go.
Let's see. Oh, there it is.
I just didn't want to interrupt, so I messaged it to you.
There's nothing ornate in it.
No, all the
What is-
crates. Any ornate-looking crates.
So these crates are gonna. Oh no, they're all just boxes that are nailed completely shut. So for you to even open them will take time.
Then I will, as I'm going to, I'm just going to grab as many of those copper ingots as possible.
What is your strength?
Dude, what? You're just shoving copper ingots into your jacket
16.
pockets? What?
Your strength is what?
16 plus 3.
I think it's times 15 is the carrying capacity.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up exactly.
So that's like 300 and
Um,
what, 15 or something like that. No,
mm,
15 times 16, 240.
okay,
So
and you
minus your
currently have what on you?
It's strong boy.
I think usually adventurers are carrying like
Just-
50 to 75 pounds of gear. So
I thought it. Yeah, so you have 154. That would be another 90 pounds, which would be
Not
approximately.
154. I have 2 armors in there. I have 2 chainmails, one for the +1 for when I use my ability.
so it's like
That
Yeah,
is
but you
minus
you
30.
have one deactivated, which
no, one needs to be
should
off
take it off.
because I have chainmail +1 down here just so I don't have to fix my class at all. So technically, I have one armor that it's just easier that I have them both in my inventory to switch on. So I only have 90 currently on me. 99.
I see what you're
99.
saying.
Okay, so that's 140 divided by 15. That would be 9. You could carry about 9 ingots on you.
I'm putting 9 ingots in my backpack because I have plans for it later.
Okay,
Nice.
I will add it to your inventory.
Round.
Incredible. You can carry 9 ingots on you. Jim didn't say should you carry 9 ingots on you. No.
It's a good throwing weapon in case I don't have it.
Dude, what?
Oh wait. I put that. That's the
No,
quantity.
what
not
the
weight.
fuck?
Anyone who
Pelt
can't
somebody
fight, get in the middle.
You pelt somebody with the fuck?
Hobby's going to stand in the middle.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can't, not won't, Abby.
Oh, okay.
All right. So at this time, Aliana begins to just walk,
Yep.
as
I think
she was
we'll
kind
just
of
kinda
waiting on you guys, but
take off.
she. Yep.
Yeah, we going.
I found a mountain pass. It'll lead us straight to Still Reach.
So I hear.
So you guys begin the trek for the night.
Perfect.
It's not long after you begin going through, because this does take a while to get through all these thick trees and whatnot, that you begin hearing
Ooh.
in different intervals, coming from the caravan.
So, Aliana, care to tell us what we're running from?
She just looks back at you. I don't know what they are.
Oh, that's
And
good.
keeps walking forward.
Do we see anything from the tree line, like anything flying in the air, or?
No. At this point, you just can't see any. Like the caravan's completely out of
Yeah,
sight.
we're in the forest at this point.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you guys begin walking north. Are you going to insist that you stay and rest for the night,
Hell
or
no.
that you go move
move.
through the night?
Let's move through the night. It sounds like we need to distance ourselves from all the blood and carnage. And
Okay. Alark's visibly upset about it, but he doesn't take too much to kind of coerce him to keep going.
Lark, I understand you're tired, but um, I'm sure you might have a spell that might bolster
Oh,
your
there you
stamina
go.
to continue. Maybe even make you tireless.
I do. It's a place that I can sleep.
That was a fun response. I guess that
Well, I could, what's it called? Never mind, I don't have that spell. I thought that I could do one of those cool floating discs that you could ride on, but I don't have one of those spells.
Not sure he would even accept the gift, as gracious as it is. He has his own magic, as he's told me many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Make an old man walk. We'll walk. It's fine. I might break a hip or something, but it's fine. So, you guys walk through the night. And eventually the sun does begin to come back up. So, you guys are you guys following Aliana? Are people going ahead of her? Is anybody scouting the areas ahead? How are you guys in formation here?
Y'all would
Okay.
like. Pine could take Vanguard.
That's what I was hoping. Like,
Kind of falls
I was
under that
hoping to get to
natural role.
that in RP, like after this little shindig with old man, but kind of skipped ahead. I'm down with that. I wouldn't mind playing rear guard if needed. And Abby, what do you think? Is there anything that like what's Abby? What would Abby do? What's Abby good at?
Albie's just keeping a lookout.
What would
He's
Abby
really,
do?
really perceptive, so
Nice.
he literally just has eyes everywhere.
So as you guys are traveling, and Aliana's the one that seems to know the way here,
Okay.
there's something very obvious. There's no way that she found this in the little bit of time she was gone. You've been traveling almost all night at this point.
Not from
But she
around here,
seems
huh?
she seems adamant on that she knows where she's going. And eventually, I will bring you guys to the big map here. I went to the big map. I didn't bring you with me. Here we are.
Goodbye. It's just gone.
She does eventually bring you to. Bro, my shit is just all over the place right now. Nope, not the map layer, token layer. There we go. She does eventually bring you guys. There is a pass in the mountain. My little draw tool that kind of bleeds through here to get up towards Still Reach.
Nice.
But you guys have been traveling a while. You did have to kind of cross here, which this portion here is in the forest. I don't have the forest marked on this map, the landscape, but so I mean it's not deep, waist deep at the highest port, but most of it was about ankle to middle of your calf deep. Alaric complains for most of the night, but you guys do kind of come through morning, and in morning is when you finally begin to kind of walk through the mountain pass.
Okay. Nice.
So I'm gonna throw you guys on this map here.
Cool. I have a question for the GM. Common knowledge, if I'm understanding correctly, this was a trade caravan, right?
No, this was a caravan that was put together to aid Xeralia. So it is a mixture of many different things, which is why there were troops with it. Yes, there are supplies. Some of it is just food that they're shipping in mass quantities. There's a lot of different things here.
Nice.
And so, and like, there are two wagon caravans that are split. Let me bring up the paper. I had read it at the beginning of last session. Of the marching formation in general.
I believe Xeraxan troop is in the back. That's
Yes.
all I remember.
So you guys, it is the Amit troops towards the vanguard, followed by the Kethi troops. So we're figuring about 1,000 troops from each nation sent. Then is Caravan 1, which you guys are not even in, which is about 200 wagons. Followed by the Bonyal troop in the middle, followed by Caravan 2, which is where you guys are. And then the Xeraxan troop to the rear.
Curious to
And
know why our wards were on this caravan. You know, what aid were they being called to give, or what aid did they feel like giving?
you could certainly ask them.
definitely thinking about if we don't already know in
Are
game.
you talking about Aliana and Alaric, or the two
Yeah.
people that came? Well, Alaric already told you that they were going to help with the development of the Christ weapons.
That's right. Cool. I'm good.
Okay.
So, what do we see on this
Let's
on this mountain road when it's getting
one
to be?
second, just trying to pull everything over.
Gotcha. Don't.
Where is this guy, and then this guy, and then where's Alaric? There we are. And then Aliana. There we are. Okay. Let me move everybody up a hair. All right. You can go ahead if you want, move you guys around in marching formation. Kind of just how you guys would be naturally going. Pine, you said you were
In
up
front.
ahead.
Yeah, I'd probably
Are you in an animal form, or
yeah, I'd be scouting as a wolf just so I get them smellies.
okay? So when you guys began getting into this mountain pass and the dark gave way to the morning sun, the fog seems to be gone. The path ahead of you guys does not look very easy. Alaric is definitely complaining. But it is passable. It's not like climbing a mountain, but it's not a worn trail going through. This kind of just seems like something somebody would have discovered of like this is a route you could take if absolutely necessary, but not something recommended to walk through.
Bobby,
Yeah.
it might be time to get the old wizard onto your disc.
I don't have that spell. That's what I was saying. I don't have it, so I couldn't offer it to him.
Oh,
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh,
Go ahead and speak amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
well,
pretty
I
good
guess
response. Oh,
Yep, kind
one
of
of us
stinks.
might
I
have to
know.
carry him.
Would anyone like like the standard weapon to be a little bit better?
you can make my teeth better.
Oh, maybe actually, I could make them crackle with electricity, or maybe flame with the fire of burning. Make them chill.
Don't set
Like,
my mouth on fire, I'll
All of
bite
those
you.
things sound terrible to be in your mouth.
would you like brain freeze? I could make them cold, or I can make you do acid damage. Everyone likes acid.
Won't have to floss anymore, I guess.
The crackling sounds nice, like pop rocks.
Kind of. It'll yeah, that's a good idea, I think.
Sure, yeah, pop rocks.
I would have changed my spells though overnight while we were walking. Let me see what I can change, if anything. I actually might not need to.
I'm over here wondering if like one of us is ending up gonna carry this gentleman, this older fellow.
Just put them on the back of.
I mean, I'm huffing and puffing over here. I've got
Fine.
lots of copper in my backpack.
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't you see? He robbed the caravan before we left.
Good. Good.
Yes, I have a plan to use this copper for a reason in the future.
Let's just say we're still trying to carry out our mission to help Xeralia.
Yep,
I think.
that is exactly what the plan is.
Listen, if anything's getting to Xeralia, it's gonna be this copper.
Incredible.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, right. So goofy.
We've definitely got some interesting traveling companions.
I like this just swole ass cat with this right now.
It's always a
no.
cat. Always a cat at the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry.
Welcome back. New worries.
All right. So is this you guys' marching order?
I would think
Yep.
so from on my end. I'm definitely
Okay.
in the rear, just making sure nothing follows us. That's where we know the threat was, so
For whatever reason, I can't pull my token, but Pine would be
Try
in front. Is the only
pulling it over. Can you not pull it from the journal?
I could just pull from the journal. You're right. You're right. Bop.
Can you control it now? It may be because I pulled it. I don't know why it would limit you, but
Yeah, I'm good now.
all
I'll be
right.
Vanguard in front. You know, actually, here, this will be more accurate.
And you're currently in wolf form?
Yeah, here we go. Doke.
Well, if you would like, you can actually pull the Rage Hound token out.
Yeah.
cool. And are we able to communicate with you in your form? Didn't you say you have something for that, or is that on special occasions?
If I wanted to blow a spell slot, but
Okay. So
head nods means yes, shakies means no. Like,
give us how about same barks as horns for the caravan. 1 for stop
Ooh.
danger. 2 for let's rest or all clear. 3 for what was 3? No, one was stop. 2 was I don't remember.
growls at you.
So
Yeah.
as we reach this mountain pass, everyone currently has a level of exhaustion.
Nice.
Let's go.
Real EB sleeves.
So just remember, it's only for ability checks, but everyone does have disadvantage
How
on
long were we
ability.
marching?
Walking through the forest apparently all night, and it is currently now morning. So that's why I say, like, it was not possible for her to see this in the short time that she was gone, but she did get you guys here.
I'd
She
ask
knows
her, but she's
something.
gonna give me some smart ass answer.
Probably.
Uh,
So you guys continue. Now, if I'm not mistaken, your Rage Hound form does still have keen sense, right?
Yeah, we'll smell him.
Okay.
It's like
So
a dire wolf, but angrier.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
May I as well? Just because I'm
You
kind of on
can.
guard.
It is based on smell.
Oh, in that case,
Um,
let me check here. Might have it bangy.
Well, it would cancel out. So disadvantage
Oh, nice.
to
Yeah, I'll
everyone
just,
else,
I'll
and
roll it
yours
straight.
should cancel out. Yeah, straight roll.
Nice.
17 for me.
Roll the dice. 26 GM.
Damn.
I am dog.
So I mean, you can give me one as well, Triniac, if you would like, but that's up to you.
Got the real sniffer.
I'll
It
give
will
one,
be a
but I'm not
disadvantage.
expecting to find much because I'm not focused on the front. They are.
It's
And
a fairly high DC.
no, 6.
Okay. So Abby, it stinks a little bit. Like the air doesn't smell very good in mountain. But Pine, you get that familiar scent of death, and it's very strong.
Okay.
And you're walking towards it.
Ooh, big yikes. In that case, I will circle back to the party and let out a low growl, ears back, and give 3 short perks. Means danger, probably fight, I believe, when we were on the caravan.
You retain your mental stats, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Just give me a flat wisdom check. Well, it'll be a disadvantage right now, because you are exhausted, but
18 still. Could have been a 27.
Great. So you know you're still a good ways off from it,
Okay.
but you are moving towards it.
Nice.
So I understand letting your party know, but it's not immediate
Yeah.
danger. It's just like you know that you're walking towards something.
And you can understand us, correct?
Huh?
You
Yeah,
can
I
understand us.
He can understand.
Yeah,
you,
I could also do something like this. I'll just pause and I'll draw like a little circle for us with my paws on the ground, and then I'll gesture to our party, and I'll draw an arrow in the direction we're going, and then draw like I don't know, an angry person.
All,
Gonna-
yeah, I
like
like
a
the
ways-
angry
like-
eyes with your
Yeah,
paws.
like a ways off.
I just
Like,
see your
big-
paw like,
Gonna
and a
look
claw
at you.
pops out, and you start drawing in the fucking rock.
Exactly.
We'll look at you and be like, 1, 2 hours?
Ooh, that's a good. So, I don't even know what that. Well, actually, I rolled a 26. Would that give me an idea as to like how downwind this would be, just based on scent?
I would say, let's see.
Right, it's kind of quirky, but I'm also here for it.
Yeah, try to give you a realistic timeline, but I would say it's within the next hour, but understand that you move probably what it takes to walk a mile.
Okay.
Half an
15
hour,
minutes.
maybe.
15 minutes.
Well, yeah, I forgot y'all are skinny. I'm fat. It takes me a half an hour to walk a mile, all right? Yeah, I mean it's within an hour for sure. It's probably about
Perfect.
45, 50 minutes out.
Yeah, I'll just do one scratch in the sand and then give a little shake, a little ambivalent shake. Like,
Give me your teeth. Give me your teeth.
Yeah, here you go.
I'm
You
gonna
big old
cast
snarl.
magical weapon on their teeth and have it crackle with electricity.
I hope it tastes like Pop Rocks, GM.
Ozone.
It tastes like what it tastes like blue raspberry.
Yes.
The lightning.
Electric raspberry. That's pretty great.
So you guys continue walking towards it. I'm
Hell
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like to imagine the other people with us have no idea what I'm trying to communicate. Like we've been a while around us a while. Like you guys know. They're probably just like, why are you guys talking to the wolf?
Rug.
So
Are
as
you
you
expecting any company on this route? It smells like there might be something ahead.
don't know. I haven't looked.
And how did you come about this information, by the way? You couldn't have found this in your short time away from the carriage.
Don't pretend to know my limitations.
Are you a dragon?
No.
Oh,
I'm
Dragon-
just
dragon.
asking questions so that I can hope to perhaps survive. I'm just looking for information. So, did you find this when you left the carriage yesterday, or did you already know this path?
No, I found it yesterday.
really far away to walk.
That's magic. Nothing.
Hold on one second.
So, in that time that you found this path that you've been navigating correctly, did you see anything dead?
One-
Because
one
I saw
sec-
something
one second.
dead.
1 second.
BRB hot pocket done.
I'm just making some rolls real quick.
Ooh.
Nice. Keep rolling. Why keep rolling?
Dude, Triniac is just a ball of stress. Like this last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Just
As she looks at you and she says, I polymorphed myself into an owl and flew around, and when I saw the part in the mountain, I figured it was a mountain path. It's pretty common sense.
I'm going to give you some feedback. It's good feedback. I think you should take it with pride. You can do a lot of things. You can be really helpful. But if you communicate things like that with us, I will talk way less and ask many less questions.
then perhaps it would benefit me.
I like how after that she's like, I'll keep that in mind.
Just gonna go back to guarding our rear.
So, Pine, at this point, it's like strong. I imagine for a wolf and how well their sense of smell is, it's kind of like sensory overload at this point of like you smell like somebody has shoved entrails like up your nose. It smells the rotting corpse. And
awful.
you guys, and I'm just leaving you stationary on the map.
It's fine.
Because
What's
this
terrible?
mountain pass looks the same for about 2 days. But as you begin to round the corner, you catch a glimpse. Move this to token layer.
Ooh.
You catch a glimpse of this thing walking towards you. It is walking extremely slowly. It doesn't even really look very sentient. It's just walking aimlessly. You can see that in its eye sockets, it looks like gems, specifically opals, have been shoved into its eye sockets.
It sounds like that information was reported to us by our front guard, you know?
You, Triniac, hear Aliana as she just says under her breath, yeah, those things.
Well, it's walking very slowly. Do you think it sees us? Perhaps we can take up positions on these hills and perhaps it'll walk by us.
I mean,
So I say let's try to get some high ground and see if this thing walks right by us. And if it doesn't, we just blow the fuck out of it.
yeah,
high.
exactly. I like that.
I'm just gonna start telling people to climb up into 2 groups and to clear the road for
As
this
it-
thing. And if it does,
As it gets to about where it is now, from where it came from,
Mhm.
you see one more appear.
Oh shit!
This one looks a bit more familiar. As all of you that failed the wisdom saves during the fog, this is kind of a vision of what you've seen.
Yeah.
It looks very similar to the other one, except instead of opals shoved into its eye sockets, it seems to be emeralds. As this one walks forward.
Right. Well, I'm gonna yell at people to take some cover on the high ground and clear the road. And I don't think I know anything about these undead types of creatures. Non-combatants stick with us.
Go ahead and position yourselves how you would want to be positioning.
Heck yeah. Skitter.
I will say that as you were about, Pine was the closest to it.
Yeah.
Um,
That's kind of like on this little.
as it was
bunker.
about 40 feet from you, you can't really see. There's no eyes on this thing, so you don't know what it's looking at. But if you're moving to like position in the mountains, its head like moves, tracking you as you walk.
Crap.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's just its movement isn't really fast at this point.
When we move out of the line of sight, is it walking? Is it changing its course?
It wasn't walking towards him, its head was just facing him. It continued walking down the path.
Did I
Nice.
say we
Like,
just
it's just-
see what they do? You know, get up
Yes.
high, stay out of the way.
Get off the path.
Maybe have some held actions to like let loose and see if they do anything.
As they reach, oh, sorry, wrong button. As they reach about right there, you guys see another turn the curb.
This is how they get you, zombies.
This one
Oh,
is heavily cladded and has rubies shoved into its eye sockets.
That looks pretty freaking wild. So I can't move any of these other tokens, but I would be ushering these guys to come with me, you know, up this hill,
Mhm.
staying clear of the trail. and I guess the other guys would follow. I think we should hold actions to throw our heaviest spells at the group if they try
Where are
to
you
attack
going?
us.
Where are you bringing them?
Where I'm at,
So,
I
like,
guess somewhere around here, up high, taking cover. You know, if you
something
can't
like
fight,
that?
get down, full cover. If you can fight at range, take a knee, take half cover. You know, use the mountain to kind of guard
Okay.
yourself and stay out of line of sight.
So, in the fray of things, Aliana doesn't seem to be very interested in your tactical thing, but she does go along with it. Alaric goes along with it as well, though he's complaining the entire time.
Oh,
Um,
Sassy boy.
I'll carry him up the mountain if I have to.
Erickson seems very anxious. He's looking at you like you are the authority on this. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. But kind of in the fray of everything, Churik, you don't know where the hell he's at.
Well, all
You've
right.
just kind of lost him
Cats
currently.
do that.
Can
I'm just going to
confirm.
accept it.
Okay.
Alu, is
Oh.
you coming up with us?
Yeah. Whoa,
Out the way?
Absolutely.
This layer. There we
Absolutely.
go.
What about you, J Prof? Is Albie?
That's
Is
what I
Albie
was going
coming
to
up the
ask,
mountain?
because I am weighed down quite a bit. Would I have to roll to climb?
Freaking hope not.
You're not over encumbered, are you?
No, I'm just at like my peak.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy. I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
You are an Earth Genasi.
true.
I'll give you the flavor of it all.
I
You
also
are one
don't
with the
take
mountain.
disadvantage from difficult terrain. So when it comes to like rock difficult terrain,
And this isn't that difficult. Like, you guys are only like 10 foot off the ground right here, if
I
that.
was-
Like, this is not it's not like you climbed up a mountain here.
Okay.
This is just representing the rockiness of the mountainside.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, you guys are just kind of like on a rock flat, kind of on this rock side.
Illusion lady, will you
Once
make a screen in front of us to make it look like we are not here?
Albie, you're brilliant.
I could, but I don't really think that would do any good.
Wait, why not? Is it because they have jewels for eyes?
Well, if something can't see but still knows where you're at, do you think it hunts by sight? Last night in the dead of night, they attacked.
What?
So once they get about right here, you guys begin seeing more coming from around the bend.
Does it look like they're changing their direction?
No. The front guy's head is still locked on you. Let me pull out
As a
ruler.
player and a character, I'm really keen on just watching and observing and trying to understand, like, what is this procession of very powerful things, it seems.
Okay, so currently, as they take one more step forward, and it is their most direct way, this front one, you just hear go.
That doesn't sound good.
The opals begin to glow, and well, yeah, you're all clustered up. So basically,
So
everyone, I
Does
need
our
a
reactions go
dexterity
off?
saving throw.
Okay. All right. Well. So our reactions would go off then to shoot our most powerful spells. So it'll be like a
Sure,
back
if
and
that's
forth.
what you're ready.
I said it like 10 minutes ago, but it's on the screen.
Let me roll for
That's a 10.
everyone that's there.
That's a 10, not a 1.
Nice.
DC is 13.
That is not it. 6 is not it, coach.
10.
Jeez. All right. And we also have a Lark that fails. Oh, I have it on GM roll still. Sorry. So a Lark rolled a 3 and has a +2 wisdom. So a 5 is a no. That is also a no from Erickson. And Aliana, that is a 19. So she passes. Everyone else will take 17 lightning damage. And you can go ahead and whatever reactions you guys have wanted to ready as this has been going on, because these guys are moving pretty slow. Now, I will say that as soon as you heard that,
Yeah.
every motion it made after that seemed a normal human speed, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh no! Somebody flipped the on switch.
So if you guys go ahead and give me your readied actions and we resolve that, we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Fireball.
24
You are throwing your hammer?
at this guy.
Which guy? Okay.
First one.
24 will definitely hit.
Give it the old Yido Delito.
8 plus 1.
Alrighty. Are you
Or 7
detonating?
plus 1. 8. That's a spell slot? Nah.
Okay.
And bonus
Alright.
action back to my hand.
Alrighty. 1 second, Alu. Let me.
Regretfully, I am
see.
Doge.
What's that?
I said regretfully, I am Doge. So
I mean, you
my
could
ready to
jump
action
down,
is-
jump down the mountain and go for the throat, man.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna jump down the mountain the other direction. Like
Wait, let me find which one was Opal. Okay. Cool deal. All right. Triniac, where's the center of your fireball?
The center of the fireball is just going to get these 3 baddies in the front. That's what I can get. So,
Okay.
And the center is going to be around here somewhere.
Sorry. Wrong.
Obviously, it would keep us out of the blast.
What? Oh, there we go.
I can draw it too if you want.
1 second. I'm just trying to get all their
Oh.
character sheets up and ready.
Okay.
All right. So you're just getting these 3
Yeah, that's all. It's
in
all
the
I'm
front.
gonna be able to get. Yep.
All right. So let's see, because they all have different stats here. It is dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Yep. And
All
it's 20 damage, and my
Cool.
DC is a 15.
In the middle, that is a 14. That is a fail. The red one, I'll roll for funsies. That is a 7, but you notice he does not take any damage from this.
Oh, nice.
The one in the front
Oh, nat 20.
is a nat 20 with a
nat
minus
17.
3. Yeah. Okay. And your DC was what you said? 15.
15.
Okay. All right. So the first 2 take visible damage. The one in the back with the ruby eyes doesn't seem to be affected at all.
Cool.
Okay, so he goes okay. Alrighty. Now we can go ahead and roll initiative. Let me
Sounds
see
like
if
they're not just gonna pass.
One thing Roll20 needs to add in is for the symbols that you can put on the tokens, they need to add in numbers. So I can mark like the same character model as 1 and 2.
That would be helpful, wouldn't it?
that would
It
be
would
quite
be.
nice.
Wouldn't it?
So I'm gonna mark that one as the red one. I'll mark this one as a red one. This one as a red one. That will be number 1s. And then why can't I click these tokens?
You know, I ask myself that frequently.
No, but like seriously, it won't let me do anything with these tokens. What's the deal? They're on the right layer. No, they're not. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
All right. Now they are. And we will co-sign this one as blue to mean 2.
Blue 42.
Sit.
This one
Yep.
as blue. And this one as blue. All right. And do we... All right. Do we have initiative rolls, guys?
We will.
Is it 23 for him?
Gotta roll with
23
Pioneer.
for me.
Make sure to pop initiative tracker out. Not sure if you have. 8. I'm gonna put Pine just like up on the top of the world. There we go.
Okay.
I can use Rate
That
out.
is that one. This one.
Is that a knock?
Oh, why did I just X off those other two
Yeah,
sheets?
I'll be right back. Give me half a second.
Sure.
Let me get the door.
Oh, did it just adjust the one on the first one? No, it added 2 of them. Cool. All right. And then this guy.
I have Smoofy now.
Nice.
We're going to throw that out. That is an 11. And then last one. Why do I keep closing these damn character sheets, bro? Got to get back in the groove of roll 20.
It takes a minute, don't it?
Yeah. I pop my character sheets out into separate windows so that way if I like do something to roll 20, I still have those character sheets popped out.
Even in the past when I've DM'd over roll 20, I still keep track of stuff like that on pencil and paper, typically.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. All right. All the enemies are there. It looks like all of our players are there. And our map is not where it's supposed to be anymore. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right. And so before we kick off this combat, though, we are at our halfway point. So we will go ahead and take a quick 10-15.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
Cool.
we will be back shortly.
Cool.
I'll put the break screen up. How's that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was waiting on.
Right. And I'll mute us too.
Nice.
Awesome.
Right. We's back.
We back.
We're back. From
Awesome.
space.
Welcome back, guys. We are refueled, and we begin with our combat. First in initiative is our Opal Necro Knight here, who will begin moving towards you guys, get to the base of this mountain, and I am going to roll an intelligence check to see if he can figure out how to get up there.
Just out of curiosity, is he the one that shot us?
He is.
Okay, cool.
That is a 9. He cannot find his way up the mountain. That will be his turn. Next in initiative, we have Triniac.
Cool. I will mention to the party, we should keep the high ground. It seems they can't find a way up quite yet. If we can't seem to vanquish them, we might need to retreat and stick to the high ground. They may or may not pursue. All right. What's that, J-Prof, about initiative?
It wasn't
I got-
sorted, so I
I
just
got it
fixed
sorted.
it.
Cool. So I'm going to use my bonus action, Blade Song. I only have one bonus action, so I can't activate Celestine's Shard just quite yet. But, so I will move down. I don't know if this is difficult terrain or whatnot, but I'm only moving down 10 feet or whatnot. And pull out my saber. And with Green Flame Blade as a cantrip, I will make my first attack, and then I'll attack with my second attack with my saber.
All right.
So
Go ahead and roll me attacks.
Yep. First saber, and then so that's a 15 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay. I'll do my second attack with a 23.
That will definitely hit.
All right. And that's 10 piercing damage.
All right. He seems to have definitely felt that. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Next, we have the Emerald, who will walk forward 5, 10, 15. Once he reaches one step past where he was, he seems to kick into that more human-like motion that the Opal Knight resembled earlier. He will walk around. Let me give him a check just to make sure he can do this. An 11. Yeah, he can figure one step out. He will get to right here, and he will make an attack against you. He is wielding a long sword. Both of the Opal Knights are wielding a long sword. The Opal Knights are wielding, let me show you. It is a hand scythe. Boom.
Cool.
He's wielding 2 of those, and the big boy in the back is wielding a glaive, the ruby ones. Emerald Knight will go ahead and make an attack. Oh, wrong stat block. That is a 7 to hit. I assume it misses.
A crit fail does not hit me.
But does it? And then a 10.
Nope.
I assume both of those miss. All right. Awesome.
You want to do something cool with the Christmas on that first attack? I love Christmas.
This thing is not animated, if that makes sense. Not a whole lot that goes on. It probably scrapes the rock in front of you, but it doesn't even seem to notice. We will go to Abby.
I'm going to
Do cool things.
I'm gonna channel divinity.
Okay. And turn undead.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see how I'm gonna do this. Roll me a fate 20 real quick.
15.
Good roll. All right. I'm gonna let it go through. All right. And I'm just gonna say that both of these fail their wisdom saves.
Okay.
Because you won that fate 20.
Okay.
There's a reason for that. Hopefully you will figure it out soon. But all right. So they are feared. Am I correct in remembering that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It is turn for 1 minute. A turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move in a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions for its action. Dash to try to escape from the effects that prevent it from moving. And if there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. All right. And that is within 30 feet of you. So does it affect this guy? No, it doesn't.
I'll move forward then.
Joyce.
All
That would
right.
make sense.
So you are 30 feet. Awesome. Okay.
And then
Is there anything else you do on your turn?
bonus action, I will do a mass healing word on all of us.
Okay.
Where's mass healing word? Okay, it's not in there. Okay, it's just 1d4 plus 5. So 9 points of healing for everyone.
Dude.
That was pretty spicy.
Awesome.
Couldn't do any better, dude.
That is the end of your turn?
But for flavor, I would hold the symbol up and I'd be like, "The forge shines bright in this zone.
Wrong
You might
accent.
not step forward, but this is Scottish.
Mickey, is that you?
I keep forgetting. So the forge is shining very bright over here, and well, you can't come any closer because I will smite thee down, and you're all really stinky."
When they run away, I'll take a swipe at them.
Sure.
But that's whenever that time comes, which I assume
Right.
is maybe soon.
All right. That is your entire turn?
Yeah.
All righty. We have the next Opal Knight. Whoa, 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 whoa. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He will move to here and centered. Let's see, where's my shape tool? Measure a circle. Centered here. Everyone in that circle. I think it's only 10 feet, right? Yeah, 10-foot radius. All right, everyone in that circle. I need a saving throw.
What kind of saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, not more lightning! There's two different types of guys that have shot this lightning, right? This is the red guy, and now this is the blue guy.
No, this is just the other Opal Knight.
Oh, okay.
So this guy and this guy have the same gems in their eyes. Okay.
10. Damn it.
17 on fail and half as much on success. And that will be his turn. And I keep closing my damn turn order. There we are. Next up, Don't worry, this one won't be lightning. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. All right. And this is my green one. Where's my green one? Boom. Well, luckily that's not nearly as much damage. As the knight with emeralds in his eyes goes forward, those emeralds begin to glow once more. And everyone in that same 10-foot circle, go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw, DC 13.
Let's go. 11 hurt me.
Oof. Oof. All right. J. Crew passes. So 9 damage on failed save and half as much on success.
What was the one before that? I apologize for the one we rolled before for
17 on fail and half as much on success.
so 8 and 9. So 17 in total.
Sounds right.
We should go.
Yep. We got a couple, quite a few people to get through.
Whoa. Wrong tool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Shit, those guys are fast.
All right. Pine. FSU.
Go, Pine, run! They're too strong. You're muted, but I'll unmute you. Well, I'll unmute you.
Yeah, so is that what you say? Just run?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Can do. How would you all feel about me taking one of these with us?
Please
Like-
do. I mean, I
like, I
figured
just-
you're gonna do that.
The rune vibes. So I'm gonna move slightly, stick here. I'm gonna go to try and nip at this guy and
Okay.
go
This
for
is the
yeah.
green one.
Yeah, let's go for the green one
Alright.
here. It is green boy.
Sorry, they all have different ACs and stats.
I can't be bothered to go for the one that's on the other side.
All right.
So go for one.
Nip
17.
away. What was it? 17 just hits?
Oh, nice. I will take it. And that's going to be 10 piercing. It's going to be +2 because rage.
All right.
Rage and rage out.
Wolfie rage.
And then the follow-up to that is going to be a grapple, which, because, I don't know, just like bite its leg, if I can.
Okay. Sure.
So I think it would be in opposing athletics or acrobatics, or you just want me to roll a bite again, and then if I hit it,
It doesn't. Oh wait, this is the green one. It does have a good strength. It rolled a 0 on an intelligence check. It doesn't even know what you're doing right now.
Incredible. Then if I'm able to just grapple it, I'm gonna take off with it. Like,
Okay.
we're just gonna go into the woods. Let's see here. Move 15, so I could technically move. No, it's I'm grappled, so it would be rough terrain. That would be my go. I'm dragging him along with me. I should probably move him like this way.
Right.
Everybody is so stacked.
Wait, I didn't roll Turek's initiative apparently.
Let's put him on the other side here, down the slopes.
Turek is at 22. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and let him go real quick.
Nice.
That's 1, 2, 3.
Now we're talking, Tarek. Get in there.
All right. Wait, why did it? That's my bad. This is not a nat 20. Okay. 9 plus 2, that's 11. 6 is 17, and then 9 is 26, right? Sounds legit. So you guys see, let me pop him back on your layer. Turek is just kind of hidden behind some rocks to the side of the trail, pops up, throws 3 quick daggers, and poofs himself back down.
Very
Nice.
nice.
All 3 went to this guy. And this guy, okay, that's gonna roll damage on him and him. Okay. You guys see that as this thing dies, it explodes.
Oh!
Incredible.
What a legend.
Damn, no
So
save.
that is 10 damage on this feller and this feller who is immune to fire, unfortunately.
Still very stylish.
So this guy is getting weaker. Right. Where are we in initiative? We have the dead guy that is left. Let's just go ahead and X over him. Then we'll get towards the top of the round.
Top of the round
Erickson,
is crazy thing.
Erickson kind of looks around this fella in your party. And he kind of sees that y'all been getting bombarded with shit.
I confirm.
And he is going to cast a Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, heck.
Ooh.
3d8.
Way to go, Erickson. You're doing great, Erickson.
I like that. Good job, buddy.
3d8 plus spellcasting modifier. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, plus the spellcasting modifier. So 20 health.
He's my new best friend.
Everyone right here. And then we're back up to that's the right one, right? Yep. He is going to use his turn to run away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It gets him off screen, so he can go.
Do I get to swipe at him? I'd like to swipe at him when he's running away from the turn undead.
You can, if you like.
Yeah.
Nice. Give him a good old swap.
I'd like to try. 20.
20 will hit.
10 piercing.
Alrighty. That would have killed him.
Cool.
No, not cool.
Oh yeah, he'll blow up, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine.
So, boom. Why don't I have a dice roll in that? So that is 8 damage. I'm sorry, it is a dexterity saving throw. Yes, it's the exact same as their prismatic eye ability.
Another one.
Hey.
All right. So you save, and you're the only one within 5 feet of him.
Yeah, this other guy probably...
So I just let them autofill the save. They don't react fast enough for it.
They so slow.
It's not going to kill him though. All right. And then it is your turn, Triniac.
Cool. So, I'll kind of yell out, "Pull back! They're strong. We can fight them at a distance." And I am going to target this other guy, the other caster, and I will pull back from this one as well. Probably incurring an opportunity attack, but I think it's worth it. So I'll move back here.
Actually, not. He's supposed to turn and run away.
He doesn't have a reaction. You do not take an opportunity attack.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah, you're right. They are supposed to run away. I definitely want to move more, but I'll shoot for a second while I'm here.
Who are you calling a caster? I'm sorry.
The one that looks the same
Okay.
as the one that's been lighting my ass up.
Okay.
So I am going to shoot. I'll just magic missile that fool.
Okay.
I feel like I have to click that
This
4 times,
is
I guess. Yeah. 2. Oh, come on. Can't you cast it? What am I doing wrong
you're
here?
clicking Featherfall for some reason.
Oh, oops. So
That is the
3, 3,
opal.
3, and I think one more, right? There's 4 shots.
There's 3 shots.
3 shots. All right. So 3, 3, and 2, it looks like. Sorry about all the
Alrighty.
spam there.
Oh, it's all
3,
good.
3. So 6, 7, 8 force damage. And then I'll keep moving this way, encouraging our 2 wards to also keep moving. But can I move the rest of that movement like with them?
Yeah.
I guess they'll move with me. I mean, we're in turn based, so
Sure. Just letting you know that you guys going up any higher, this is difficult terrain.
okay.
You're basically trying to climb up a mountain at this point.
Cool. Yeah, sorry. Just working on the last time you told us it was just like a hill, but so it
Yeah,
gets
so
steeper
like
the farther we go?
where y'all were at. Yeah. I mean, you think of like the rocky outcrops that you would see kind of towards the base of a mountain.
Sure.
It's kind of like what you guys were up on. But as you're gonna move more that way, it just gets steeper and steeper.
Cool. Does the terrain change if we move like this way? Does it stay the same or
I'll say it stays the same. Let's say like it's kind of drawing a line here.
okay?
But you know, if you would stay kind of towards this vicinity, then yes, but
Okay, good to know.
eh. Oh, just killed a knight, but okay.
Be gone, fiend.
Control Z.
All right. There we go. All right. Okay, next up, we got, which one is that? This one. All right, he's going to basically move off screen, running away. Abby.
I am going to continue to stand here in the front because tank.
Because you strong.
But I'm going to first use my bonus action in casting Spiritual Weapon right on top of this homeboy, right between the two of them.
Remind me after the session to make you a token for spiritual weapon.
I can do you one better. Oh, never mind, it won't work. I was going to drag the Magmasaur hammer out there.
Yeah, there's no token for it, but I can make one.
Cool.
But for now, just draw a line or something.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. All right. Ooh.
Immediately, that turned out a lot better than I thought it would. I'm gonna smack this guy with the spiritual weapon, which is going to. Where are you, spiritual weapon? Oh, it's not in there. I need to add some of these attacks in.
Would be beneficial.
1d8 plus spellcast. If it hits, so let's just do this. Just there it is. It is there. Oh, 13.
I'm pretty sure that misses. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna throw the hammer at him.
Okay.
For a 20.
Definitely hits.
For 7, gonna explode it for another 5, and then I'm also gonna throw a searing smite on there. Oh, Searing Smite's a bonus action. I thought it was just, I guess Paladin Smites are the only ones that are...
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Um,
then
Hold on 1 second. I got to calculate damage because this guy's been killed.
so that's only level 1. I'm going to roll one more
One
d8
second.
for a level
1
2
second,
spell.
because something may it's
Blow up.
not the one that you're hitting. It's the one next to him that died from that 5-foot
Oh, okay.
explosion.
Well, the 5-foot explosion's 9.
So why do I keep clicking that like it's gonna roll my damage? Here we
Sorry,
are.
at least you weren't clicking Featherfall 5 times.
Okay. And then that will cause this guy fucking chain reaction over here. Why do I keep doing that?
There's
Another
so many
one.
gem explosions. It was incredible.
All right.
The explosions were so magnificent.
Oh, wait. That also killed this fella when this one exploded. All right. Well, you just set off the domino effect
It's pretty great.
that I was
It
kind
was
of
9
hoping would
damage with the
happen.
explosion because I rolled it with a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
So this is what happened to the town. War crimes.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, exactly. Just send him in a
I
chain.
guess I
and
didn't
watch
need
it
my
just-
spiritual weapon at all, but hammer.
Looks like they all blow up.
The smell of death is very much in the air now.
We should burn these bodies.
Can I speak with him first?
What?
That's a good response. What?
Find out what they were doing, why they were attacking.
I'll tell you, they can't speak back to you, but
Even
they
if
don't
I
have a
cast
head.
Speak with Dead?
They don't have a head.
Oh, never mind.
The explosion comes from the gems that are in their eye sockets. It just basically
Ah.
explodes the head off.
Fair enough.
So the bodies are still in somewhat decent of a shape. I say that because all of them with ruby eyes are wearing half plate,
Oh.
as well as the
Oh.
ones in green. The ones with opal are wearing leather in case somebody were to need it. The weapons are also in good enough shape to use. If anybody would want to take that, there are 2 glaives, there are 4 hand sights, and 2 long swords.
Were they smelly?
They are very stank, very
Jesus.
rank.
I'll probably take one of those just because it smells good.
Take one of what?
Any of their articles of clothing.
Oh, you said wouldn't?
Wood because it smells good.
Oh, because it smells good. Okay.
Yes.
What are you taking, leather or half plate?
Probably just a scrap of leather. Like just rip a chunk of the like chest piece off.
Okay.
I'd probably just shoot these bodies with some firebolts. Just burn them up, get them ablaze.
It's a good call.
Okay.
Before walking away, just any of them that are nearby.
So the red ones, were immune to fire. As you shoot the firebolt, they do burn.
Oh.
Now.
Interesting.
You guys do see your feline humanoid friend kind of jump off of about a 7-foot high cliff and land and just look up at you guys. What the fuck was that?
What do you mean? What was that? You mean the part where you disappeared and didn't communicate to us? Or the part where we took some high ground against some enemies that we don't know?
I meant, what the hell are the zombies with whatever the hell was glowing in their eyes?
Oh, I'm a little on edge. I truly don't know, but they're probably what befell the city.
And Aliana just kind of looks at you and nods her head. That was them.
I thought you said you didn't know.
I said I didn't know what they are. I don't know what they are. But it was them. I don't know what those are either.
I'm gonna let it go. So, there's probably more of them. We should probably try to evade them. It seemed that the ones that had the blue skin had some type of ranged magic that was.
You've seen them all use it. The
Oh, they
poison
all
ones teach
use
you
it.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was only the so that's just
Mm-mm.
my mistake as a player. That's what I thought. So
They're
okay, well
all
they're all
dickheads.
dangerous. We
Yep,
should
they're
give
all
them a wide
bad.
berth, or we should bum rush them and surprise them and pick them off. I
I
say
like
that
how they explode. We can use
yes,
that.
we can. Perhaps we can alpha one target and chain reaction if we can. For now, let's just try to steer clear of them. If there are more, they seemed to get much faster once we got close enough.
It was very peculiar. Alark watches the bodies as they burn. We could have examined that.
We could have. What do you expect we would find on undead? Gems are in their head that seemed the most interesting, but they blew up.
Very well. And you see
So yes,
Erickson casting prestidigitation to make it smell better right in front of his nose.
Incredible. What a champ.
Perhaps we should move on before whatever you did to the other ones wear off.
you're not wrong. All right, well let's get back on the trail and see what else we run into. I'd say, in my opinion, this time, if we do a little bit more forward scouting, and if we see another group, Pine, maybe you can report back to us, and we can try to get even further away from another group and spread out. Now that we know that they have area ranged attacks and spells.
I can scout ahead if you'd want.
Oh yeah? You totally disappeared, so you seem good at these things.
You
Pine,
can do it
perhaps
with me.
you two could watch each other's back.
I think I'm faster than him.
So one of you is going to watch one back, sounds like. Can
Are
look
you
farther ahead.
one of those Pine, are you one of those dogs that don't like cats?
Huh? Probably not. What Pine could do is, this is a lot of scent-based stuff right now. I'm gonna turn to the gecko.
Okay.
Real smelly.
We'll need to
And yeah.
rest at some point, but I'm
You're
not
gonna turn into
confident with the plot.
the camousel?
Yep.
Whoa, look at that cool little buddy.
Yeah. Now that I mostly because I'm really interested, like, they clearly don't seem to hunt based on sight, but like, what if I'm camouflaged?
We'll find out.
All right. So
It's a nice surprise.
you guys begin down the trail. So you with a fresh wild shape, you're pure druid, right?
Huh? Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Circle of the Moon 5, so
So for the rest of the night, for the rest of the working day, should I say?
yeah, pretty much.
You are able to keep your shape up with your magic item.
Yeah. Unless something went horribly wrong.
No, so it's pretty clear. We'll kind of say you guys have been walking from there a couple hours now. And if you want, you can all give me perception checks. This is based on smell. Don't forget you're still exhausted, so it will be a disadvantage.
Heck yeah.
15, 17.
Nice.
I'm not the smelly dog anymore, so this is just gonna be
No,
disadvantage.
Okay.
unfortunately.
13.
All right. So
Wow.
there is no smell of death anymore,
This does spark joy.
and you guys are able to make it till dawn once more. And by this time, Alaric's moving like
Hang on a
a
second. Hang on a
step
second.
a minute.
I,
hmm
I don't. Maybe you missed it when I said it. I said it. We didn't want to. We can't march a whole nother full day like this.
Okay.
So we'll need to at some point find a spot where we can rest that seems safe. That's probably off of the road. So
Okay.
I guess during our
Um.
travels, where do we
So
find any spots like that?
your narrow trail wouldn't have anything very far off the road. No. Um. However, if you're curious, um, Alaric has been basically trying to tell you he has Liamon's tiny hut.
Oh,
Cool. Well, if he's willing to share,
It does hold up to 9 creatures.
this does spark joy. Yeah,
Cool.
let's
well, I'd say once we get past this threat and we don't smell death anymore, hear back some favorable reports from our scouts, I would say
Mhm.
that we would make some type of camp and rest and recuperate, figure out our plan, our bearings, make sure we're on the same page. How do you guys feel about that?
I like that idea.
Alrighty. So then you guys will set up a tiny hut.
I like that idea as much as I dislike being exhausted.
Hey, you can't.
There we go. And we'll just say you guys set it up a little bit off the road. Whoop. Can we move it? Hey, there we go. Set it up a little bit off the road on the trail. And kind of do your best to throw whatever foliage you can find around. It is sparse here, but you can kind of find some. To just kind of cover out the outsides of the hut and whatnot. And you guys can get in a long rest.
Heck yeah.
Triniac, is there anything you're doing in the 4 hours that you don't have to rest that everyone else would be?
Nothing in particular. I'd like to cast alarm outside of the hut, just in our
Mm-hmm.
little 20-foot cube. I think I'd just be resting.
Okay. So this rest goes pretty uneventful. Everyone's a little jumpy. Are you guys like taking shifts watching, or you're just depending on the alarm?
We should take some type of shift. I'm willing to watch for the 4 hours that I'm awake.
Okay. In that
So-
case, Pine could take the first shift.
Chirik and Aliana do also volunteer to help.
Oh dang, nice.
Nice to have 2 pairs of eyes whenever possible, but I don't think we should lose sleep over it right now.
Yeah.
So between the group, we've got 2 4-hour shifts covered. If someone wants to stay with, like one of the NPCs wants to watch with me, great. And if you two want to take care of the other watch while I'm resting, great. While I'm trancing.
Sure, works for me.
Okay. So Aliana only needs a 4-hour trance.
Nice.
as
So
well.
maybe me and Aliana can hang out and chit chat.
Ooh.
She loves to chit chat.
You brought this upon yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Brought what?
It's pretty uneventless. As you are on watch, Triniac, she does just kind of walk away from you.
I'm not surprised.
She gets far enough down the path where she's out of sight. Roll me a perception check.
Am I What am I trying to perceive? If she's out of sight? I'll
By
just roll. See what
sound.
happens. Okay.
By
Four.
sound.
14.
Okay. So you do hear, and this is not immediately, but she's walked away, and a few minutes later, you do hear the beating of wings.
Yeah.
You don't see anything, but you do hear the beating of wings.
Heavy wings or like?
Sounds similar to what a giant owl would sound like.
Nice.
She does come back probably about 15 minutes before your shift is up.
So
And that's about it.
princess, huh? I assume we're alone, or everyone else is doing some type of
Currently.
quest.
Currently you're alone, yes. When you say that, she just looks at you and says, "Don't call me that."
Okay. Good talk.
Incredible.
And you guys ready to get back moving the next morning? Is there anything you need to do before you begin travel?
Yeah, just
Much on my end.
how about you, Abby? Have anything? I have something to talk about before we walk out of this little hut of safety, which was so graciously provided.
Well, they were dead and are like killing things that are kind of cruel to this world, so that was great. But I don't think they were entirely dead. They were moving pretty human-like as opposed to very skeletal-like, and I've seen a lot of dead things in my life. And also, it didn't my spell didn't turning them didn't really do anything until I kind of realized it was kind of more like fate that they turned, as if they were half undead.
It's very interesting. So, undead that aren't very dead, it seems, move like they are alive. We've endured a lot for the last 24 hours, and I would just like to take a moment to do a sanity check and talk about what we know and what we don't know. What we know is that 24 hours ago, we were part of a multinational support group of supplies, mages, warriors, and resources to support a land in need. Came under attack after seeing that a town of 20,000 people was razed to the ground. And when we made our escape up in this passageway up north that you so kindly found for us, we came under attack by these augmented undead that seem to have the same smell that the city had. We can probably deduce that they also befell the convoy, and that the convoy has probably at least been severely crippled. We can probably count that if any survived and complete their mission, that it'll take some time to clear the road for the survivors to reach our destination, which, and I look to Alaric and Aliana, are we still on our mission? We're still headed to Stillreach, is that correct?
We would be there within a day.
Okay. So, if they don't already know what's going on, we'll tell them. And the probability of receiving such reinforcements, we will collect our gold and see what they know about the tragedy that has befallen our caravan, if we need to get some more information. You two are new to our group. Do we need to know anything about you all? Is there any other business that you need us to be aware of on this journey? I'm looking at our new party members.
You're talking about Erickson and Chirk?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Erickson kind of he like reinflates himself as he seemed a bit scared throughout this whole thing. And he goes, well, I'm a very important person, which is probably why they had us come up, through a shortcut to make sure I made it to Still Reach. And
I don't mean
kind
this
of,
rudely. If you have to say you're an important person, you're probably not that important.
and that's exactly the feeling you get from this.
Yeah.
As he says that, you guys kind of see Alark roll his eyes, and Chiric's just like looking at this guy like he's an idiot. But Aliana doesn't really say anything. To what you said earlier, Triniac, about letting them know, she does say, "Well, I suppose they're aware that something's up. They were attacked last night." I say last night while y'all were on watch. But they were able
Still
to
Reach, right?
yes, but they were able to keep it contained.
Okay, and did it seem like it was the same type of danger, the same type of forces, these undead or kin or things that looked like them?
I didn't get close enough to see. There were a few buildings burning, but it didn't make it deep into the city.
Did you see any flashes, bright lights like the explosions that we saw when we were fighting these creatures, perhaps?
A few, but it's hard to tell the difference between that and their curse rifles.
That's fair. Okay. It's good to know that they have had visitors and they will also likely be on guard and on edge as well. Thank you for that information. It's very good. So it sounds like the plan hasn't changed. We're on VIP duty, and that's fine. We've got 1 day's walk.
The caravan stopped in Suval. They're making their way through. I checked on them as well.
Okay, so the caravan is still alive. The caravan made it.
Most of them. There were some casualties, but I mean, it looks whole, somewhat. A lot of carts are destroyed,
Okay.
but I assume they'll figure things out.
Okay, so the caravan survived, at least for now. I think I have all my questions answered. I don't feel the need to ask any more. We have a game plan for what to do if we find more of these undead.
J. Crew.
Why are you so important?
J. Crew. I need a what did I have you roll for the craftsman?
Oh, Smith's tools.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a Smith's tools roll.
27.
Nice. All right. And who are you asking that to, Jay?
The guy who said he's very important.
Because I'm a watcher.
What's that?
So you would know what a watcher is. A watcher is someone who is able to get glimpses into the future. They are now. Let's make a distinction here. So there are seers, who are people that get glimpses into the future, and then there are watchers, an organization that seers can join. Right. The watchers believe that they are the closest people to the gods. And they refute the common belief that the gods have abandoned everyone. It's basically made fun of that they always believe they're important, even in situations where they're not. But they do have a rule that they can't harm people. And if they have seen you in a vision, they have to tell you.
Interesting.
Oh, so you're just like a seer.
A seer? No, I'm a watcher.
Yeah, it's just a seer. Same thing.
No,
Yeah,
I am a watcher.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
So
you're
you're
just
an employed seer.
I wish I would have taken my chances with the undead. Lord.
Well, you just probably join them. Then you can watch things from the afterlife.
The gods would have made sure I made it through, just as they did with you all. The gods put you here to protect me.
Okay.
Possible.
I know my
Shall we
god put me
continue?
here to use my hammer. So
Yeah.
yes, let's continue.
Yippee!
All right. And you guys are just kind of going about how you did previously, a
Yeah.
few up ahead scouting. All right. So there is not any more problems. And before dark, you guys are able to reach, well, you guys are able to see still reach from a distance. You do see smoldering. And I will pass you guys to this map as just kind of a general way that still reach is built.
That's neat.
So there are 2 walls to still reach. There is a wooden wall that kind of looks just makeshift. The smoldering buildings you guys see are mostly, where's my damn pin tool? Oh, there we go. Mostly like just right at the front gates kind of stuff. And it seems to have been contained. So everything kind of further back is perfectly safe.
Okay.
Whoa. Let's not move that map like that.
Oh,
How about we
I
put that
love
on
it
the
when
map
that
over?
happens, man. You know, you just whoops.
Bro, sometimes I
dreaded
start throwing
whoops.
maps up here so fast, it's just oof. So yeah. But everything else looks to have been handled. You guys do see a very high concentration of guards. That are just kind of scattered around, outside of the gates watching.
Okay.
You do see the bodies of undead. You also see the bodies of what looks like undead animals, all of
Nice.
which are headless.
Ooh.
They look the same as the ones that jumped us.
The undead.
Yeah, like
I mean, so by body, they kind of all look the same in a way. But yes, for the most part.
Well, I'll check some of these out while we have people basically standing guard. The battle's over. I'll inspect some of these corpses and, hey guys, we didn't get a chance to really take in some details when we got jumped, but we might learn a little bit about our enemy here. Maybe we should check it out.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
And the
I'm
guy
good
that
at,
said, "Oh, maybe we'll check those out." Sorry, Jacob, go ahead. I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I was just saying I'm good at looking dead bodies.
Oh, good.
I did it for a while. Yeah.
Someone in the group mentioned they're interested. Abby's very good. Maybe he can help us.
So, where these bodies are littered, you do see guards walking around. Like they're basically currently in the process of piling these bodies up for a pyre.
Sure.
So you would kind of be stopped before you would get to that point. Just for questioning. Random guard, let's call him Tom.
Nice.
Old Tommy.
Hello.
What business do you have here?
I'm a cleric. Come to inspect the dead. Done what we can.
They've died twice. Is that enough inspection?
I need to get trace amounts of magical residue off of them. That's why I've brought some wizards here, as you can see, and a watcher. He's kind of like a seer. You probably know that. He can help
Just
get glimpses,
physically
maybe,
can't
into the
let it
future.
slide.
I'm
No.
hoping that maybe I'll wave some of this
Just
in front
made
of
to piss
him.
this guy off. Oh crap!
Love
Made
it.
to piss this guy off.
I'm hoping maybe if he looks at it, he will maybe smell it. He'll go into one of those like kind of
Sewer
trances, you know.
I mean, I guess it can't do any harm, but I would check in first. And you see, kind of as Go
We
for
are on our way to check in. We are an advance guard for a caravan of reinforcements approaching from Civil, which has unfortunately been razed to the ground. We are.
Oh, why
hoping to
didn't you
learn
say so
more
before? Do
about
whatever
our
you
enemy.
need. Go ahead.
Just
You see, like really brightens up when you say that you were with that caravan. They've been waiting on y'all. Like,
yep. I figured.
Nice.
So they didn't actually know even like because remember what I said, like it took like 3 weeks of planning. No, 6 weeks of planning, sorry, to actually get that caravan put together and moving. These guys reached out like 2 months ago.
Oh, man.
And I've just been like had no idea what was coming, if anyone was
If
coming.
anything, yeah.
And yeah, like
Probably the best
With
news
the
he's gotten
entire
all
caravan.
ever.
Hey, what was that guy's name again? Jimmy. What was your name again, soldier?
Tom. I'm Tom, sir.
Gonna put a hand on Tom's shoulder. You have fought bravely, Tom. The caravan has taken some casualties. You should alert your superiors that the town may need to receive some wounded, but reinforcements are on the way. We have all been through it, and we will.
Do you
all
know
work
how
through
far
it
out?
together? Yesterday, they were making their way through Civil, navigating around the burnt city. I imagine a caravan's travel in between.
Yes,
Someone
very
can do the
neutral
math.
answer.
You know what I mean? Sorry.
Christ, that's
It's
still
not
weeks
gonna
out.
be-
Really?
God damn it, Tommy.
It's about a week and 2 days.
Okay.
We have some VIPs and some powerful mages here.
So y'all are kind of left to free reign here. Tom kind of gives you a nod. I'll alert my captain as soon as
Give 'em the
possible.
old good game on the rear, you know.
You do that, Tommy.
What you said, Jay?
I said, you do that, Tommy.
He's just excited. Y'all thought he fought in this. Hell no. He's just a little errand boy helping pick up the dead bodies.
That's how we
Damn.
roll, man. Just gotta talk
but yeah,
much,
y'all
but
can,
let us touch the dead people.
y'all are pretty much left alone at this point.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna do some cleric stuff to the dead. Kind of inspect it, like I was taught in my cleric classes.
Okay. What are you inspecting for? Are you just like looting or?
I would no.
Let's
I was
go.
doing that as whenever I was going through the training of becoming a cleric, I was, I helped dress the dead, look at them, kind of do autopsy maybe for them.
Okay.
So just kind of like just giving them a once over in that kind of respect
Sure.
before the
So-
arcanists come in.
I will say that first off, while you start doing this, and I'll say by the time anything is said about it, what you've seen is that there are different wounds on the undead, but it's hard to tell which was caused in life and which was caused in whatever battle took place here. You would usually think it looked similar, but post-mortem wounds, when there's no blood to ooze out and there's no bruising going on, it's a little hard to tell. I'll let you give me a wisdom roll. Just a wisdom check.
With proficiency or without?
You are proficient in wisdom.
Wisdom saves. I just was asking, do you want a straight wisdom or do you want like...
Oh, no, straight wisdom. Just a wisdom check. Yeah.
Okay.
19. It's not very high. That's plenty. So you are able to tell that none of these bodies are past a week from dead. Also, you start to kind of get a trend going in the armors that they're wearing, the weapons that they're wielding. This almost seems like soldiers or fighting men, at least of some sort. Their armors and whatnot are rusted and very battle worn. The ones that do have armor, the ones that are wearing leather, you can tell like spells have just kind of obliterated it into scraps.
Nice.
It's barely on their body. All of them are missing heads, so you can't really make out facial features. Racially is all very different. It's a good mix that you would find in a country like Xeralia. While you're inspecting it, Aliana does tell you. I've noticed they have at least 7 different layers of enchantment on them.
What battles do you know of that have happened within the last week or so?
Well, you know that
Yeah.
this country is currently at war.
Well, I mean, nearby here specifically, do you know of any locations?
Everyone is fighting. I forgot the city name. Like currently, where the battle is roaring is Swinstow, which is about 5 days from here. That is kind of the border town to which everything is taking place currently.
And it's a regular, like, human, not undead battle? Or, like...
Yeah. It's like Lauren soldiers on Xeralian soldiers right now.
And what was that town again that we would know of?
Swinstow.
Swinstow.
That was
And
where.
have you
So
taken
if
difficulties?
you remember, the caravan is supposed to split when it hits Belmare. And most of the troops break off to go north to Swinstow, whereas which troops was it that's supposed to stay with the caravan? So Caravan 1, which is the one that primarily has weapons, armor, stuff like that, with the Kethi and Bonyal troops are to travel north to Swinstow. The remaining troops were to travel west to Stillreach.
So, the caravan's going to both sides of the conflict?
So the Caravan 1, which is like the actual battle supply, is going with about 2,000 troops to the front line directly.
To the front line. Okay.
Yeah, to Swinstow, where the battle is kind of going on.
Okay.
And then the rest were going into Stillreach to get orders.
Okay, I'm clear. Sorry. Okay.
That's all good.
Okay, so it makes sense. All right. You say layers of enchantment. Do you see anything, any illusory residual magic? Anything that we are not meant to see?
Everything's gone.
Meant to have seen? Everything's gone.
Just like when we were attacked in the mountain pass, all of the enchantments, as soon as they exploded, there's just like all the magic left. I kind of got a feeling like it was all channeled through the gems, that when it exploded, it was just taking the magic from the enchantments to discharge.
Can I make a specific history check about like magic and gems? I don't know. Is anything in my backstory going to help me out with understanding anything here? It's okay if not. I don't know what my character knows about magic and gems, and if there's anything that I can apply.
So about gems, no, but the enchantments, from how she's describing it, the enchantments weren't on the gems, but it's like the gems siphoned the enchantments into discharge to destroy themselves.
Gotcha.
So what you would know, and you don't even need a history check for this, is that number one, layering that much magic onto something is dangerous. You don't know anything about the gems. That's a fairly new concept. Excuse me. That is a fairly new concept that has been kept pretty well secret in Xeralia. You don't know why that technology would be attacking Xeralia, but it seems to be. But like that much magic on something is very volatile on its own. It would take a pretty good wizard to be able to do something like that. Especially to so many different beings.
Is this the same magic principles that the crystal weapons work off of? In general terms.
Who are you asking?
Asking anybody. Anyone who would know.
So Alaric would speak up and say, I don't know yet, but once we can get into the city, I'll go and see Darrigan, and we can kind of work things out with that. From my understanding, and I haven't seen the technologies yet, but from my understanding, it's only a certain type of crystal that's supposed to hold in this magic, and that seems to just be generic gemstones that the undead were having. So I don't know if there's relation yet, but
There's
we
also the
can
semantics
definitely
of when you
find out.
cut gemstones from crystals and etc. I agree with you that we may find more information on the mincing of hairs in the city, but I'm interested as a mere scholarly low-level wizard would be
I
interested in.
I will also say that as you guys look around this outer edge of the wall, you do see various areas of scarring on the grass where it looks like pyres like this have been built before.
Bummer.
So
Yeah.
like this may not have been the first attack.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, let's see what folks have to say. I'm sure there's much to be caught up on.
Very well. I have business
Erickson,
to tend to. Yes.
what has been seen in the future in the skynes of fate? What have you seen?
Nothing to do with this conflict, unfortunately.
Does that have any significance?
I'm sorry. I'm
Does it have
asking you
any
this out of game.
Does it have any significance not seeing these events in your visions?
Oh, all right. So, common knowledge kind of thing, right? Seers and watchers don't choose what they see, and it's not always significant moments. Like, you could literally get a glimpse of a horse in a field. You could get a glimpse of somebody's death. You could just get a glimpse of like a moment in their life that holds no significance at all. They don't actually like.
Some guy
It's
drinking
very
some
random the
coffee.
moments that they see, right? It's just because there's quite a few of them. Like, it's a sub 1% of the population that has this ability. But in a entire world, that's why the organization was created. Is because there's just so many of them gathered around that they can kind of piece together significant events sometimes and perhaps kind of change fate.
I see.
But yeah,
Interesting.
the majority of visions are just very insignificant things.
Nice.
I'd say as we're like walking towards the city gates and no longer just like loitering out in the battlefield, I'd pose a question like to the party and to I've been forgetting their names a lot, Alaric and Aliana, if they haven't already, and I'm sure they've thought of this and they're smart and they have. I wonder if anyone's captured one of these creatures alive and attempted to remove the gemstones for further inspection, or at least possibly cast a spell like Hold Monster, or maybe even Time Stop, if they're powerful enough to do an inspection of learning their enemy. This seems like an organized force. What Abi was saying, this is not just a ragtag collection of undead. This is an army. This is an undead army. Or possibly an army raised and now undead with a purpose. This feels
I'm
significant.
I think if anyone would know, it would be Darrigan. As far as my understanding goes, and I've met the fella, he seems very knowledgeable, but that would be kind of his field of expertise.
And what exactly is his field of expertise, if you had to sum it up in,
Well,
an elevator
Darrig
pitch?
Darrigan is the Red Lord of Xeralia. He's in charge of all of the educational dealings of magic and whatnot here. He also does a lot of research for magical knowledge for the kingdom, so he would definitely have place here. He would be the one curious to figure these things out for sure.
So it sounds like if someone has a lead, he would.
I would imagine so. So as you guys are kind of walking through, right? Because we did say as you were walking,
Yeah.
just to give you a little info on the town, kind of as you go through, right? This front area seems pretty badly battle scarred. Um, there's a lot of damage to the homes in the front, but as you go forward, it does kind of fade out. You can see that this is a little more of the impoverished area of town. But also it judging by the gigantic stone wall, this also seems like a newer section of town. Like just as it grew, it couldn't contain within the city walls, so they just kind of had to start
That's cool.
building outward. Which is kind of why the wooden walls look a bit makeshift. There's farmland inside the walls that you guys can see. There's also farmland outside the walls as it began spreading, and people realized like it doesn't make sense to like this farmland was here before this wall was, you know. So they had to start kind of building in the fields, and then the farmers move further out. And you guys kind of do get to the larger gates of the city proper. There's not a whole lot in this wooden area. You guys can see what appears to be an inn. There's a few, like, looks really ragtag marketplace here, but not a whole lot going on. The people walking seem to be in, you know, ratty clothes, and, you know, it's just a very impoverished area.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys near the proper gates here, you do see several guard out front, kind of standing watch. Up on the balusters of the wall itself, there are many guards wielding these little optics, basically a spyglass, right? That are kind of looking out. You can tell like the city's very vigilant at this point.
Oh yeah, we'd probably been flagging them as we're on the approach.
Well, so as you get close, you realize that this is currently where Tom's at.
What a legend.
So he kind of go ahead and let them in. Let them in. That's them from the caravan. And they you hear him yell up to the guard above. The gates begin opening. And on the inside of the city, you see a much better area than what is outside. All the homes here, though looking older than the ones out, are much more well maintained and better built. You see as you walk in on the leftern side of the city. The leftern side of the city. That's a thing.
You know, it is now.
On your left, when you walk in, there are massive buildings. You guys see like the college of the city here. There's a lot of students in this area that are, you know, going around in a rush, get to classes, get to dorms, stuff like that. You guys do see a massive building that gives way to a wall here. This seems to have quite a few guards that are surrounding it, like even more than the front gate does. This, you know, on this side is all nice housing and whatnot, all properly laying in the districts. It's much more well organized than the outer gates were. You guys, as you kind of enter the city, do see a marketplace here, as well as a very familiar site, a Wacky Wyvern location,
Hey,
dead center of town. And in the backdrop of that, you see the massive palace for the capital of Xeralia. This is the seat of the king of Xeralia, as well as, you know, mansions and whatnot that kind of adorn the surrounding areas of the palace. And that is what you see here. All over this wall, you guys do see the peaks of buildings. So you do know that it is not the mountain range. As you can kind of see, this city was built kind of just in the mountains where there's no way to really flank it. Like it's a very heavily defendable area. But you do know that this wall is not going to the mountains. You do see a few building peaks beyond it.
interesting. Okay.
As you guys enter, Aliana does kind of turn to you and say, "Well, I have business at the palace. It was nice getting to know you all." Oh, and so she reaches. She has like a little bag of holding adorned to a belt that is under her current garbs
Oh.
that she digs in, and she pulls out a little bag and just tosses it up. Hopefully, somebody grabs it.
I'll catch that. Yeah.
Cool. Because she didn't toss it to anybody in general. She just kind of tossed it up. Thank you for your help. You're not as incompetent as I thought. Farewell.
I have learned to take that as a compliment from you. Will we see you again?
Possibly. I'll be in town a while.
Then until our next meeting.
And she begins making her way to this northwestern, to this northwestern portion, heading towards the very tall peaks of the palace.
Nice. Pine, what's in that bag?
Yeah, fine.
All right.
With the bag real
So,
quick.
as you open it, you see a coin. Well, to be frank, you see 10 coins, but you're not able to make out what they are.
Okay.
Abby, you're a craftsman.
Yep.
I'll let you give sure, make it with your tools. Check.
Okay.
To see if you can discern what this metal is.
Just some coins or something. Pass it off to Avi.
Make sure I'm not. Alright, we're at normal. With guidance. Oh, 16.
Okay. So you don't know exactly what the metal is. However, you do know that since you've been in pursuit of the various metals that Eldic weapons hold, this seems to be made of the same metal that Eldic weapons are made of. So however y'all want to divvy this up, because there is 10 of them between 3 members, mark it off on your sheet as ACC.
Okay.
So I've
can
been
have
looking
all
for this
mine,
kind of metal
Avi.
for a very long time. So, however we like to divvy it up, I would like as much as you're willing to give me.
You can have my share. If it's important to you, it's important to me.
Oh, thank you.
Mine as well.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
He just ties
I
that
know
bag
you'll
on his-
repay. I know you'll repay the favor, right, friend?
You want some copper?
Some what?
Pine already,
Copper.
has taken his weight in 10 coins from your flesh already, so I'm sure it's an even trade.
No.
We have a
What?
mint here.
What are you talking about?
So just some properties of this. These coins seem to be about the same size as a gold would be.
Okay.
It's a lot heavier. Like I would say about a time and a half what copper would weigh. Like it's pretty heavy.
Nice.
It's
A coin or a copper ingot?
well, I mean, copper itself is a pretty heavy metal. So, like for its size, it weighs about a time and a half.
Do you
what
get a
copper
coin
would weigh.
that weighs No.
15 pounds.
Yeah, like
And it's an extremely dense metal. Which you would know, Abby, but I don't know if anyone else here would be, well enough versed in metallurgy to be able to tell
Absolutely
something
not.
like that.
Before we do anything to collect anything else, can we stop by Blacksmith so I can give them a task to do while we are waiting around town, just so I could start it now before we leave?
Sure, we can
Pass by what? I'm sorry.
Blacksmith.
That's up to y'all.
That's all I
I'm
need.
curious.
Yeah.
What's on the other side of that western wall?
Me as well. Me as well.
Maybe our blacksmith knows.
Knowledge.
So where are y'all going to try to find a blacksmith?
I'm just gonna try to smell sulfur in the air, sulfur and metal, and listen for clanging.
Oil.
You smell
Listen
it
for
coming
clanging.
from. You smell it coming from several places. You smell a lot of it, and I mean, can visibly see that there is a massive forge behind the western wall.
Nice.
You also see coming off of a small annex of the Wacky Wyvern, which you do know that each Wacky Wyvern guild does have shops inside of it, as well as a blacksmith. They also have like cart repairs and different things like that.
Can I just assume that this is literally just with the Wacky Wyvern blacksmiths?
That'd be dope.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Then I just say let's go to the Wacky Wyvern.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's always a McDonald's somewhere, right? Just
gotta look low. Accurate statement right
I
there.
think there's an Ace Hardware in this town.
There is actually. It's this little green tent that's right here.
Let's go.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware store. Not a sponsor.
Incredible. I'm on board. It'd be cool to see what the local Wacky Wyvern scene's like too.
Sure.
There is.
So you guys can kind of walk. This main trail goes kind of right to the front doors of the Wacky Wyvern, which, may I add, is about the biggest building in town besides the palace itself.
Nice.
Just massive building. And all of these are kind of set up the same way. I would say that probably a lot of you have maybe not frequented multiple Wacky Wyverns, but I mean, you're patrons of the one in Xeraxen, and would probably have seen, because there are a couple in Xeraxen. There is one in Old Centalia, the one you guys frequented, but you would have probably seen the one in Lightfrost, the capital city of Xeraxen. And they're all kind of made the same. Your bottom floor is the Adventurers Hall, which is where jobs are typically posted, whatnot. The membership services, there's a very large tavern and restaurant. And then the rest of the bottom floor is just several different shops. Most of these shops are item commissions, meaning you walk in and there's not like 200 swords on the wall. It's like, hey, do you need something built? We'll build it for you, because this is kind of a guild thing, right? And then there are about 7 to 10 floors, depending on the location, that are inns and like housing arrangements, things like that. So yeah, that's kind of the way they're all set up, and this one really isn't any different. Let me drag you guys to the map. I assume I have it on Roll20. Yeah, sure. It's more populated.
Does
Go ahead.
Lark want to hang with us? He would be invited.
So Alark doesn't know where he's going currently. He doesn't know where Darrigan's office is. So he'll be trying to find that information.
Might as well stick with us,
Yeah. However, fuckface, what's his name? Erickson. Erickson knows exactly where he's going, and he begins heading further into the city. He does turn around and thank you guys. The gods did great sending you with me. You served your purpose. Thank you.
Have fun, Mr. Seer.
He turns around and gives you, like, you see the fire in his eyes of like hatred.
Something tells me I don't think he was quite the seer, guys.
I don't like those sorts.
I did bring you on this map.
He said he didn't. Not much of a seer.
Not of anything relevant here, no.
Hmm.
And I'll put you guys here. Just imagine there's quite a few people in here rustling and bustling. I just didn't drop 500 character models, so.
No, should you?
And this is, may I add, because I just noticed this, and every time I notice it, it's freaking hilarious. But if you look right here, this is the 3rd campaign I have run with this map. And there's still a random potion on the floor that I have no idea how it got there. But
I'm grabbing the potion.
No, you're gonna break the time loop.
the first party that visited here comes back to haunt you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this place is definitely rustling and bustling. You guys see, especially at the bar area, everything kind of seems full up. A lot of people eating here, but people do tend to seem like they're in a hurry. You do notice a lack of people. This is your adventurers hall here. These walls, like I say, the layout of most of these places are about the same.
Okay.
So typically in here would just be walls full of jobs being posted. Which with whatever job you would want to sign your guild up for, you would typically visit, whoever's at the front desk, and they would register your guild to that job. Why won't you
Do the
stick
job
to the chair?
postings list the names and locations of the person posting the job? Like
It depends. They have the option to keep it confidential.
Okay. Curious if any of the postings have Daragon listed as the poster, and if their contact info is there. Just do a
So
quick
I'm
glance for them.
getting to that.
Ooh, interesting.
Typically this area here would be full of people.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do notice before even walking in that this place is pretty much dead empty right now.
Ooh.
Not sure why yet. You can definitely go check that out. You do see down here the shops are full of people going in and coming out. And this here is the staircase upstairs. If you would need a room, you guys know to just go to the front clerk and they'll get you sorted out.
Nice.
Cool.
You have stayed in a Wacky Wyvern before using their inn services. You do still have to pay for it. It is extremely cheap compared to other inns, though. And instead of individual rooms, it is actually, think of like a suite at a hotel, kind of, with multiple bedrooms in it, right? So there's like a common space in it, separate bedrooms for everyone to go in. It's nothing very fancy. That's just kind of the general layout, because typically guilds will be written rooms, at a time. So it's made to accommodate.
So really, the way I see it, we're looking for three things: a commission for Abi, information on our associate Daragon, the Red Lord, and possibly information on some side work to keep us busy while we're in this nice and protected city. The way I see it, we're looking for information and a commission.
Well, Daragon's office is pretty easy to find.
Who chimes in? Is that the clerk?
No, that's a lark.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know where he's at?
Watch. And he just grabs a random person as they're walking by. Excuse me, son. But Daragon's office, where would that be? And the first guy's like, dude, I'm not from here. No idea. And it just keeps walking by. And like, next person that walks by, excuse me, Daragon's office. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, it's the building out back behind the college, but you can't get in there without invitation. And the lark's like, thank you, son. Well, now we know where that's at.
That was very easy, definitely.
Now we need an invitation.
Well, I'm invited. That's the reason I'm in town.
So, you're gonna let us come with you since we, we're friends, yeah?
If they let you in. I said I was invited. I mean,
We could be your +3.
if they let you in, I have no quarrel with it.
I understand. And I'm grateful for. Abi, what commission are you interested in?
Oh, copper wire.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go see if they have a ductile press. I believe that's what that is. Something along the lines of that.
Yep. So, I'll walk up to the blacksmith if he's kinging whatever little zone that would be in the shop area, or directly to the source.
So this here is your blacksmith's office. The forge is in a different area, but that is like a behind the scenes thing. This is the guy that you would typically give commissions to. As you kind of walk in this area, and like I say, it's kind of the same way at every other place, right? Everything you see on these racks have like a tag on it with somebody's name. Like these are things that have been commissioned that like perhaps they commissioned it before going out on a job. So it's just kind of on racks waiting for when they come back in, stuff like that. But yeah, there's a blacksmith here. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just looking to get a spool of copper wire. I've got about 9 ingots here. And to pay for the materials, just need to pay for labor. And I don't need it all, so, consider this
how
my
big?
donation to the blacksmith's pot of the Wacky Wyvern for the month. Only about
Couple.
3
How much
ingots
do you
worth.
need, buddy?
About 3
Yeah,
ingots
but
worth.
how big of a wire do you need?
About 3 ingots worth.
No, but how big around couple wire? I mean,
Oh,
wire.
no.
Electricity doesn't exist in this world, J. Crew. They don't really know what wire is.
Why? It's like a spool, like what you do with chicken wire, but made out of copper.
I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
hold up my
dead.
wand and just kind of not point it at him, but like a kind of across his face. Do you want it thinner or thicker than this? The wire
Alright.
itself.
1/4 inch. Maybe 6 an inch.
Oh, copper,
We
wiring.
use the metric system here. No, I'm kidding.
I'll be want some help.
3/8 centimeters.
Very well. We can get that rolling. That's gonna take some time. I mean,
Oh, I'm in
how
town for
much?
a while.
How much do you have? How much do you need, mate?
I need like 3 ingots worth.
Ingots vary in weight. How much?
Clunk,
Your
clunk,
ingots
clunk,
your
clunk,
ingots are
clunk,
about
clunk.
15 pounds each.
You're
Fairly
45
fairly
pounds.
big ingots.
Are you trying to spool this across the city? Like, what's your?
I mean, well, 15 pounds of copper really isn't probably as much copper as you think. Like I say, copper's pretty heavy, but
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably like little ingots like this, I'd say. Maybe.
but he looks at it and he's like, sure, I mean it'll take a week or so, but we
yeah.
can get that done, I guess.
I wasn't leaning towards the electricity, but copper wire is a very common spell component, so
mhm.
yeah.
But that's what he was asking you, like how
Yeah,
like
look,
how
between like 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch. It's
You
like a
might be
stick.
able to easily bend it and coil it.
very well. Yeah, like I say, give us a week, maybe 9 days most, and we could probably get that done for you.
Other 6 ingots, consider it my donation for the month to the guild.
Sure. Yeah. You sure you want to donate that much?
No, yeah, I mean, sets me
Go
up
ahead.
for at least, 2-3 months out?
I'm thinking way more than that. Let me see. Let me actually do a calculation here. Uh, bu- 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 5 silver per pound.
Oh,
So
jeez.
that's, 5 silver times 6 ingots at 15 pounds is 15, 30, 45, 60,
90 pounds,
75,
90
90. 5 times 90.
45 gold?
Yeah.
So that's 9
It'd be
months. Well, I'll
25
tell you what. You just give me the gold, and I'll give you 15 for the month. So
I can't take it to convert it to gold, unfortunately.
okay. Well, then
I'm
consider it my donation, and
perhaps
I'll
somebody in private companies could do something like that. I'm not allowed to do that, but I'm sure you'd find somebody here that could maybe
just
buy it off of you or something.
consider it good
Name.
standing then. And just write me a receipt. I'll give it to the front desk and consider it my donation to continue using the forges around whenever I need to.
Sure, give me 10 minutes or so to write up the orders and get everything sorted.
Hi.
While he's writing up the orders, fine blacksmith. What is your name? I missed it earlier.
Hear me.
Tammy.
Tammy,
Yeah. What a
Tammy the
powerful
Great.
licensed name.
Tammy
It's
the
my
Hammer.
it was my grandfather's name.
Hammy the Hammer.
Tammy the Hammer. No worries.
Really?
Well, how has business been, Tammy?
Terrible. Well, I mean, terrible in a good way, I guess. I don't really know.
We just arrived. We're part of the relief convoy that is approaching. We heard it was
the
just
convoy's
leaving.
here.
It's coming. We're the advance force escorting VIPs.
Ah, well, I'm glad they sent someone.
And
How much stuff are they sending? Do you know? Was it a
we were
lot?
5,000 strong when we embarked.
Oh, screw the troops. I'm not worried about that. Supplies,
I
like
saw
lots
some
of
supplies
supplies.
myself. Crates and wagons of resources.
Oh, lovely.
Raw metals, weapons,
We
you name it.
we've been having a lot of trouble with food around here. We're on a citywide ration actually, but yeah, things have been rough.
I'm really sorry to hear about the ration.
Well, at
Things
least ale
seem
isn't being rationed.
hey.
What a legend.
So you said that business has been terrible. What does that mean?
Well, terrible in a good way. You see, Xeralia is kind of asking us to build way more stuff than we have time to build, but and they're not paying very much for it. But you know, it's the king, and we have to kind of abide by their stuff. So we're getting like probably about 70% value of what we should be getting on most things. But
The problem of
um,
having too much business and profits not being as good as we'd want them to be, but not as bad as they could be, right?
that's right. At least
So
it's profitable.
lots of
It's one of
business
our
going.
better months, but working way harder than we should be for it.
Abby, you mentioned that you smelled a great furnace on the other side of the western wall, right?
It's very sulfurous.
Interesting. That's it. And Tammy, have you heard about this great furnace?
There's a big furnace on the other side of the wall, yeah.
What do they need such a large furnace for?
That's why they make all the Chris stuff. That's a restricted area. Nobody can go there.
See.
What if I asked really nicely?
Then they would tell you no really nicely.
Damn it, Tammy.
I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
Oh, it's okay.
Tammy, do you have any suggestions of things that we should do, places that we should go? What's the talk of the town? It's our first time in the city, after all.
Well, to be fair, the war is the talk of the town, I guess. Days are rough lately, and just trying to make it through. See what ends up happening with this war we're forced to fight.
And is this the war
And
against
plus the Laura, yes.
Sternstow, right? Or the war against the undead?
The undead thing has just been within the last week. They just constantly seem to come, and it's always at random times. And we don't really know what's causing it yet. At least I don't.
Has anyone requested you, or maybe some of the folks that you know, other blacksmiths, in the last week to build any particular types of weapons for use against these undead? Or at least have your orders changed differently in the last week?
No, the Xeralian government's been having us build the same stuff over and over. Schematics for proprietary stuff, that we can smith portions of weapons that they assemble, stuff like that, just to help out the forges, help weapon production. But as far as adventurers, no, same old thing. Longsword here, nice dagger here. Hey, add a little ruby to this one. Same old stuff. But for the most part, every guild around here has been heading to the front line to help out.
I see. Well, it sounds like you've had a bit of a rough time with the food ration, but thankfully the ale isn't ration. I just came across some very tasty, probably the best tasting jerky I've had in my life, thanks to a new acquaintance.
Don't do it. Just quietly in the bed.
Would you like a piece?
I wouldn't want to be rude.
I'll offer him a piece of this jerky. Yeah.
He takes it, and
Low
he
growling.
takes that first bite very cautiously.
Yeah. I mean, I'll
Like,
nibble on
and
my.
he no, not like it's poison. Like he's not
Uh,
sure if he's gonna like it, you know.
gotcha.
But just like bites off the corner. Whoa! And you see, he eats about half of the little stick you gave him, and he's like, "Man, this is good. This is really good stuff." And he kind of puts the rest in a little pouch on his side.
Nice.
Save some for later. Maybe give a little bit to my wife. You know.
You did that.
And Tammy, we're really looking for someone to help us out. We're new in the city, and there's a lot that's been going on, and honestly, we're just trying to get more information and trying to get an edge on. Well, we're not really quite sure on what yet, but we're worried that this undead issue is going to become much more of a problem and possibly a problem for the convoy. We're trying to find Darrigan, the Red Lord of Xeralia, and I know that it's per invitation to meet up with them. But any information at all that you might have on either of these subjects, I think would be so beneficial to us and might even be of benefit to the convoy later on. After all, we are an advanced scout.
I would love to help you, and as well as a guildmate of mine. But to be fair, I'm not even. I haven't even seen them personally. I live in the inner city, and from my understanding, I've seen the attacks from afar. I see the flashes of light and whatnot. But every time they've come in, the Xeralian guard go out there with the cursed weapons and blast them and call it a day. I did hear that the little suckers explode, though.
Hmm. Well, I appreciate your help, and
I
it was very
wish I
nice
could be of
meeting
more
you.
help.
That's all right. Thank you. We're
Here you
pleasure.
go. And he pulls a piece of parchment and hands it over to you, Obsidian.
Ooh.
And on it has the order for the 45 pounds worth of copper wire, um, quarter-inch diameter, um, with his signature at the bottom, and a cost. We'll say, because you do get a discount for being in the guild. Um, we'll say 5 gold or so, for the stretch of wire.
Okay.
You know why it's so dead in here?
Quite lively in here. It's
Look
like
around.
I said, the building is rustling. It's just the
Oh.
adventurers hall that's kind of empty at the moment.
Well, let me rephrase that then to the Adventurers Hall.
Well, I there's some kind of hold. Right now the Wyvern's not actually accepting any jobs. They're just sending every guild to the front lines for 100 gold price. Anyone that'll take it, at least.
Interesting. Well, that answers
Um,
that.
so unfortunately, we are at our hard stop time. Um, thank you everyone for playing tonight. And Alu is not back yet.
Hey,
Uh, when he gets back, we will start our outros.
sounds like we can resume, at least on the road to Dergen, the Red Lord of Xeralia.
Oh yeah. So where the guy described, you guys as well as Alaric, where is my map for Still Reach? There you are. So from where he was describing, Darrigan's office is right here.
Cool.
So you ain't got that far to go. But and then you're gonna have to kind of make your way either through or around the markets to get there, so J. Crew can see about maybe selling that copper if he wants while y'all do that.
Cool. I'm down. All right. Sounds like a plan. I saw Alu, and then I don't see him, but we'll do our outros, I guess. When he returns.
Alu.
He's
Put the
fading
kitty
in and out of
down.
existence.
Hi, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Hey,
We are
Will.
at our hard stop time, so we are going to start our outros. Thanks for anyone who tunes in or watches this VOD on YouTube. This has been session 1 of Ashes of Xeralia. As always, I am your DM. My name is Miller, and we will start with...
Hey folks, it's me, your friendly neighborhood two hands, playing Triniac Ballister, the I don't know, what am I? I'm a blade singer, wizard, and high elf. Thanks for having me.
Good response. I don't know.
I am J. Crew, playing Obsidian. Just out here having a good time, you know. Just want to make sure I can forge things.
I was waiting on Mickey's accent to pop in
My
right
friends
there. Once
call
more.
me Obi. No, I'm not Mickey anymore. Mickey is Mickey. I don't do that. It was really nice getting to play for you all, and I look forward to throwing my hammer at more things in the future.
Yippee! No. Hello, everyone. I go by Eludria or Luna or both or neither. I was playing Pine this evening. They are pining after that jerky.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a rift, a betrayal of trust. No, they are your local moon druids. They're having a pretty good time.
All right. And once again, thank everybody for tuning in. Tune in next time, next Sunday, 8 Central to 12 Central. And yeah, bye-bye.
Cool.